I like to think that everyone in chat has more patience than fighting a turtle in a fighting game because
Mhm.
y'all were going through that entire thing troubleshooting. And by the way, if y'all were seeing that like slideshow of show and tell, that can go on forever. I'm not joking. But what we're here for now, now that
Absolutely.
everyone can hear us, is that we're here now with no frames given one. We did the zero point 0.5 last time, which was kind of the prequel to the series. But now we're here with the official thing. We've got a lot of new scenes. We got some players, some old ones, some returning ones, some new ones. It's all going to be really exciting. So, of course, as you can see down below, my name is Pride, and I'm joined by none other than.
Hello, everybody. I am Lobrilla. Looking forward to watching some great Tekken matches today. It's always a fun time when I can get together with Pride and we can talk about the amazing gameplay.
Yeah, it's not just the amazing gameplay, but everything that comes in between. We can just hang out. I'm excited. We have a lot of people here in the chat now that are joining us for this. Not only are we going to see some gameplay, we can chat amongst in between the sets and everything, but we're all here joined together for one simple thing: to enjoy the Tekken gameplay for no frames given. Brought to you guys by Mid-Tier Summit. So yeah,
Mhm.
your voice scared. I can imagine. I can imagine our voices scaring you guys since we were like miming everything for the last like 5 minutes. But we're here now, so everyone here is collectively in this Tekken lounge, which obviously we weren't able to hear us, but a lot of what we were talking about was kind of what we talked about during the last event, which is we're kind of gushing about how fighting games are doing these fight lounge things. Okay, but on that note, these fighting game lounges allow the games to come together in one spot. And right now, with that said, we do have Stylin and Quime. They're going to be fighting right now. Stylin on you versus Quime. That's going to be happening. That's going to be the first match we're going to be seeing. So we'll get right into that stuff. So everyone get excited like I am right now. Woohoo!
Yes, very excited. We saw both of these players last time around and they both played amazing. So I cannot wait to see how it's going to go this time.
Yeah, and I mean, we're further into like the lifespan of Tekken 8, and with that said,
Mhm.
people are optimizing things a lot better. People are training more. They're putting in their ranked hours. They're getting good. So I'm just more than excited to see how all of this is gonna play out. We're right now just trying to find where they are here in the line. This is just like real life when I get lost in the arcade and my parents are like, "Where did he go?" I was really small back then, so still am kind of. So once we get that started, though, it's gonna be pretty hype.
Oh
You
yeah,
hear it?
for sure.
Wow,
That's
really?
That's what
That was
arcades are for, though. They're for getting lost. They're
mhm.
loud and dark and beautiful places.
Yeah.
They were some of my favorite places to be growing up, and some of my favorite games were fighting games. So, yeah, I
Hmm.
love seeing all these lounges and things that they've been adding into a lot of the modern fighting games. It's been, I don't know. It's just fighting games are doing it so well right now. It's very exciting.
They're getting more featureful too. I think the
Mhm.
if they tap in a little bit more and add a few more features to it, we'll see that the content of fighting games will begin to become comparable to other genres of its nature, or like its competitors, right? And I
Mhm.
think we're getting there. I feel like what was it? We were saying this last time too, where fighting games are really hitting the mainstream now. You're seeing a lot of content creators who you would never associate with fighting games try it now. Things like the Sage Jam Slam. There are some people that I watch on YouTube that review movies, and they're like, "Yeah, I just got back from Evo," and I'm like, "Wait, you went to Evo? Like, what? Really?" And that's really exciting to see in a time like this where fighting games are I wouldn't say making a comeback, but they're just being bolstered in their popularity and excitement, and the way games are being developed now too. I think with Tekken 8 especially, the whole game philosophy is to have a really fast-paced game with a lot of action, right? And
Mm.
I think that benefits not only the players, but most importantly, it benefits the spectators, and that's you guys right here chilling in chat. So we're all winning here. We're all winning. Yeah.
I think the only one of us that oh, we're still benefiting, but
Oh yeah.
the commentators, you got to be fast. This is all Sonic the Hedgehog up in here, just talking about your lovely Sonic Pop pillow you were
Oh,
showing
yeah.
off earlier. You
Everything. I have a lot of stuff.
got
We could go on
yes.
like in between sets of it. Oh, I also have this or this, but well,
Mhm.
that's if the chat wants to see that. But yeah, no, this game is ridiculously fast. During our time, of course, like Labrilla and myself, we've casted
Okay.
multiple games. Oh, nice. We casted like multiple games before, but I think with Tekken 8 in particular, even more than 7, 8 is just so fast. I was actually when I was teaching someone how to play Tekken, I'd always say
Hmm.
like gas pedal. Like you need to just go. It's actually more beneficial. At least when I was playing then, I don't know if meta's changed, but like you want to be pressing buttons. Like you just putting out hitboxes is really good. And for us as casters, keeping up with that is a challenge. But it's a challenge we accept. I think we really enjoy that. Like keeping up with the fast-paced, high-octane nature of Tekken is really cool. Not to say Street Fighter 6 isn't fast per se, but there are a lot of moments in Street Fighter 6 where someone does a Shoryuken, rising, they're falling, and they're shooting their fireball war. You have moments where you can
Hmm.
sort of just like give it some time to breathe. I just find Tekken doesn't allow that. You just get like launched into the corner. You're in the wall. You're like, "Help me get out of here!" And you're like, "Haha, no!" And then you get body. It's
Nope.
it's a fast game where even small Tekken, where it's a lot of jabs, a lot of like down forward ones, some jabs, some
Hmm.
cheeky low hitting lows, right? Like that's still like fast paced as heck. So it's always a challenge to do this. Every game is fast in its own way, but from a commentator's perspective, Tekken is a different beast. So that's for sure.
Yeah, I'm personally coming from Street Fighter 6, so that has actually been my biggest sort of hurdle is to get with the speed, and I've really enjoyed my practices, and I don't know, it's so much fun. Once you kind of get into it and you start like picking up that rhythm, oh man, I don't know.
Oh
I
no,
play my games on turbo. I just like the speed. So,
I think that's anything. I feel like if any
yes.
game gets slower, like than its original release or things like that, or they find that it doesn't matter. It's always met
Mhm.
with like disdain. Games that are fast, it's funny because they're always just like, oh, the casual, they're gonna get affected with the game being too
Mhm.
fast. But I think they want it like that. They'll accept the game as the way it is as long as it's fun. So I think with what it is now, we're like they want their games to be fast. Speaking of fast, I hope we are steadfast into getting into this match. Everyone's sort of picking their characters. The stage, I believe, is random. That's the kind of the format here. So, which is good because I kind of think every stage in this game is, it all has its own unique traits to it. I would say the
Mhm.
only one that's really silly goose Mario Party is probably Arena Underground, where every wall is explosive. That's kind of the silly one, but pretty much every other stage you get to display your skill, and it comes down to like who's the better player, and I quite like that. So setting that on random is pretty cool. You can't say that a lot for like other things like platform fighters.
Yeah, absolutely. And I do believe that some stages, since they are different sizes and all that kind of
Mhm.
thing, will do better for certain characters than others. So that's the other nice part about randomizing that aspect of it is you can't just pick the best stage for your character every time or anything like that.
Oh no, not at
You have
all.
to
It's
deal
it's
with what you get.
Yeah, if you're a character that benefits from having like a claustrophobic space where you're like, oh, you're like a Brian, for example, where you can just sort of like pressure people into the wall, that's
Mhm.
great. And then you get into like Colosseum or Yakushima, and you're like, wait, it's so wide open. It's like a vacant apartment building when you first move in. Look how much space we got, right? Then that's different. It depends on your character and what you do, right? And I just kind of like that aspect where you have to adapt on the fly with what you're given, instead of like, oh, I'm gonna counterpick to this stage, deal with this, right? Like I think it's kind of cool. So yes, I'm the only Flicks fan. That's not true, man. I love Flicks. I actually,
Yeah.
if it wasn't for us kind of slightly poking at Flicks might not have registered. But now we got Flicks in here, which is going to be a treat because we were talking about fast gameplay, and I think Flicks is like honestly one of the with their character. It's like they are very fast. And yeah, just to ask everyone and let everyone know, Chad, feel free to be responsive to what you're experiencing as a viewer. Like if audio levels are off, feel free to tell us. Don't be shy. Let us know. Um, all that stuff. Just let us all know. So just keep us up to date with how things sound, not just us, our voices, but the gameplay and everything. And maybe you didn't change to this scene. Like, let us know so we can be up to date and update the stream to be as up to date as possible. I don't know how else to say it.
Yeah. It's cool because this is the first episode of No Frames Given, so
Mhm.
we are definitely building this now.
Right.
And in order to get this, as we move forward today and beyond, we're going to get better at this.
Hmm.
Everything's going to get better. The streams are going to be more fluid. We're going to be able to work through the tournament faster and all that kind of stuff. So any sort of feedback we can get from the audience or anybody else, that's the sort of stuff that helps us be the best that we possibly can.
Yep, that's right. So accepting feedback is good because it's always about improving and improving. And you know, I'm sure Minter Summit also is very welcome to suggestions on like, you know, different types of events we could host or what to see from there, or maybe a different kind of bracket with theming to it or restrictions, like anything like that. So, you know, we have, this is a good segue because we also have a lot of social media that you can interact with, of course. Mid-Tier Summit does, of course, have their own Twitter. You know, they have their own, obviously you're watching here on Twitch, Instagram, everything. So feel free to interact with our socials too. This is a good way to connect with us, not just us as individual casters, but, you know, with Mid-Tier Summit as a whole. So feel free to go ahead and do that and show some love to the socials, you know?
We also have a Discord and, you know, a lovely community already there and ready for, you know, more people who love fighting games and want a place to hang out with fun people and talk about the stuff they love.
Exactly. If you're tired of of sweating in ranked, you think it's a little bit too hot in there, you're like, damn, you know, you can go to the Discord and you can, you know, friendly ask people like, hey man, I want to work on this matchup, or I just want some chill games. You know, that's what the community is all about. We're trying to foster that development. Doesn't matter your skill level, you know, whatever your rank is in Tekken or whatever game you're trying to play. We're all about, you know, helping each other out, giving each other good sets, good times, and all that sort of stuff. So that's why the Discord as a community is always a great place. We're going into the match now, which is really exciting. Really, really cool here. Oh, yep, Haorong versus Eddie. I think we're going to switch our scenes here, so it's going to get a bit closer here. And this is nice. Take a look at that overlay, guys. We have the scoreboard now. No need to ask us for that. We're just getting right into this right now, right then and there.
Absolutely. No, we have Haorong with Queen on one side and Stylen on Yu's Eddie on the other. And it looks like Queen's already starting strong, moving him towards that wall.
Yeah, we were just discussing that earlier. We were saying Tekken does not wait for you. It just keeps moving here, and Eddie's going to continuously put all that pressure here as Haorong's going to have to find a way to get out. You know, just a quick jab here, put on some plus frames with his stuff, and actually expend that heat dash to stay +5. But Eddie's going to respond back with a lot of fast moves and a heat engage.
Yes, no, Eddie has a lot of amazing mix-ups. And we can see how, you know, he's using that to his advantage right now in order to apply pressure to keep Queen's Haorong in check, except that then he got turned around, because of course it did.
No,
yes.
It's very good. Haorong's really scary, especially up close. It gives you a lot of, like, what is it? Mental strain to have to deal with, like, okay, are those, like, really, like, low damage but fast lows gonna come about? When should I crouch? When should I deal with these hits? Do a lot of block stun here. So I love how Styling on you did that low to create some pressure as well as get that heat engager going and continue that pressure. This is what we were talking about. If you keep those hitboxes going, how are they going to respond?
Oh yeah, there we go. And the response was a tied 1-1 right now. We already have a high heat engage from Eddie, and the neutral between these two characters. So fun.
Yeah. The neutral between these two characters is very similar. They want to continuously mix up. We heard a soft throw break too. People are playing really tight here. We're going to get a balcony break? No. Nonetheless, though, no need to break the balcony. We're going to stay on top here as Kuyame is going to be up 2-1 right now. And it all comes down to the first interaction. Whoever lands that first hit right here is going to be in the lead. But they're just going back and forth right now. I like to call this the Tekken volley. Back and forth, back and forth. But in this game, you can use things like a heat burst to sort of alleviate that pressure.
Yeah, that sort of can turn the mix back from one to the other. Now we have a Rage Art blocked. Oh, the attempt was there to turn it around, but no, with that, Stylen has tied it 2-2. Let's see who's gonna win this first round. So far, Stylen's coming in very aggressive with their picking mix-ups and...
Very good stuff. And I like seeing that use of the Power Crush too earlier. That just makes it really tough. Are you going to survive trying to pull out that Rage Art? No. Unfortunately not here. Queen is going to go down as Stylen on you. Really stuck true to their name. And styled on Queen. But things I like about fighting games in general, but Tekken in particular, you can use that first game to really assess, I understand. This is their win condition. This is what they want to do. This is what my character's good at. how am I going to respond to what they are trying to do? Because again, we were kind of discussing Hwoarang and Eddie, like at least archetype wise, they're very similar in what they're trying to accomplish, right?
Yes.
They want to get up in your face and create a lot of mental stack, and then just sort of like go for like these mids, highs, and low mix-ups that are really hard to read to just sort of disorient you, and then maybe throw in there or something like that, and lead to a very powerful mid. So that's exactly kind of how we're seeing here. And now we're in Yakushima, which we discussed earlier. Big open stage, so no walls to play around. So we're just gonna be straight up footsies here, as Heat Engager said.
Yeah, so far we have seen a lot of great lows from Stylen in an effort to get in. Now Quime, oh man, just the back and forthness of it. One person, yeah.
So good. And whether you like it or not, I had that Chipotle sponsored tackle. I love that fact that that was in here. Anyways, good pressure and start right here. And I love that counter hit low too as the sidestep, right? This game's 3D, right? You want to step to the side to evade some things, but characters like Eddie and Hwoarang, once again, have good homing moves to prevent you from using some evasive options to get around that pressure. And you're stuck in situations like this where you have no other option but to put out a heat burst, just to do anything to get out of this constant like smothering that we're seeing here from Stylen on you.
Yes, no, and there's another example of the constant pressure there. And now we are up to the last round with Stylen. If Stylen wins, this will be his last round here. Already taking advantage of Eddie's mix-ups, and man, already got a juggle. Yeah.
I think this is probably it, but that was bonkers. Yeah. Perfect in all full gold font. I can't believe that. There was that string, right, where I think Queen was like, all right, I blocked those first few hits, let me sidestep, and then boom, Stylen on you hits with that homing move, counter hit as well, and it just spelled doom there for Queen. And again, Queen played very, very well, but Eddie is a matchup, of course, if you don't play it enough, it can be pretty disorienting, a little bit difficult, right? Especially if your game plan that you want to employ on other characters is also being mirrored by your opponent. Now that advantage you have, at least in gameplay style, is now being mirrored here too, so it could be a bit difficult there. But Stylen on you, definitely showing some dominance in that game. Like, expert. Nice, you know, Eddie displayed Eddie prowess there. It's going to send Queen down to losers, but of course, as we always say, losers bracket, that's not where it ends. That's just actually, for some, that's where it starts. And you can make a sick run through losers. So we'll continue to follow Queen's run here as we move on to the next match. So, yeah, exactly. Pacifist said it best. Good stuff from both players.
Yes. I think it is very challenging, as you were saying, just to like piggyback off of it when the character you are going against has such a similar game plan to the one you were doing. Like, both characters tend to just nail their moves, flow one to the other, and, you know, even if you know what the game plan is, you still have to find a way to like do what you're doing and work around them. Both played very, very well. Very great match. Yeah.
Yeah, and on top of that, if your character does employ tactics where it's like, you know, sort of rush down, mix up heavy sort of gameplay style, that might mean your opponent also is aware of that too and knows how to get around that. So that's why we were seeing a lot of counterplay to it. So for some people, when they watch Tekken, right, at a very casual level, it just looks like people are just swinging, right? But we saw that the selection of moves being used was definitely in response to how things were going, right? Evasive, you know, sidestepping, right? Very powerful tool, right? Because when you block something, right, you get stuck in something known as block stun, right? You can't act for a certain amount of frames based on the type of attack. You sidestep it, you can punish it. So we'll see that here. Speaking of sidestep, I don't even know if Jack 8 has a great sidestep, but he's a big dude. So we're dealing with Jack 8 now against Flix's Reina, which is very odd because I'm normally known to, you know, witness Flix play out the Nina. Might not come out at all this tournament, or it might just be, you know, I'm just going to warm up. I'm going to use Reina not to reveal my secrets. I love it. Like, you know, yeah, dude, I'm telling you, Flix. Yeah, it looks very, very good. So here's how it starts right now. That's my example of block stun, by the way. When Jack 8 does that elbow, you're kind of trapped here, but Flix doing everything they can again to put some pressure on, throwing that grab, just make, again, all this pressure very ambiguous and very hard to deal with.
Yeah, no, already both characters starting very strong. Jack Just such a force. Large character, already trapped. Filthy Flicks against the wall for a minute there. Just in a, also, you know, he's got some great grabs as well. We're seeing some of the things that makes Jack 8 great.
Oh, no, that's for sure. Jack 8, obviously, at the start of the game was kind of a big threat. He's still a phenomenal threat right now, but he's known for good things. Big hitboxes into his house stance, and as well as going in for those grabs like we just saw earlier as you're getting defensive. It's a great way to open people up. Great low into the mid here. Good pressure as we both respond, and great defense from both players right now as we're seeing.
Yeah, this is really good back and forth jabbing right now. Let's say Flicks managing to now get him against the wall, at least for the moment. It changes fast, and with that, it managed to get completely turned around.
That was fantastic. The Sentai stand here, be able to respond. We got to give Flicks some kudos there for staying cool in the corner throughout all those plus frames that Jack 8 was just throwing out here from Node, right? Now here we go, a little bit of jab pressure here. Constantly putting some stuff here. You always want to do jabs to kind of assert stuff. Stay in control. That is all what Tekken's about. Stay in control here. That heat engager here. These plus frames. You want to stay on top of your opponent at all times in this match. Nice electric there. And good use of a power crush right there to keep your momentum strong as we're pushing Jack to the corner.
Yeah, and you can see the definitely trying to turn it around, but great defense on Flick's side, not making it easy on Adon at all. But with that, that's 2-1, favoring Node.
Yeah. Whoa, that was really nice. That move is a very cheeky low. That's good. Good throw break display here from Flicks. We saw earlier how devastating the throws from Jack can be. You got to get your throw break game on. Nice counter hit here for a guaranteed follow-up as well. Good plus frames, goes for the grab. This one's not broken, and that's got guaranteed follow-up as well. That kind of one. Nice, good block here. We do see that Flicks is in rage and can be in heat if we see, like, you know, a heat burst come out from this extended combo here. We might see it right about... Oh, no, gonna keep that heat in reserve right here, waiting for that great moment to throw it out. Good power crush, but that power crush comes at a cost where your health is really low at this point.
You know, the Flicks's attempts to come back was great, very close to tying up that health, all that kind of stuff, but man, is Jack oppressive.
Yeah, that's really funny, as Vinius would say. That guy looks jacked. I think that was probably the premise, and maybe possibly where that naming convention came from. I mean, Jack's been around since, I believe, Tekken 1, so he's been pretty old school stuff. But yes, Jack is indeed jacked. But yeah, gotta confirm them forward 2s, that's for sure. Sentai, while it did receive a nerf, not like recently, but a while ago back, it is still a great way for Reina to sort of assert the pressure. So great, we've gone now from having it being arena to now arena underground. As I was stating, these walls are very explosive. You might see some stuff happen here as we're approaching.
Yeah, no, it's fun to watch them dance around the walls, trying to maneuver their opponent to the ones that are lit so that they can explode. Loving the small Tekken right now. Both characters with... Oh, man. Jack just melted her health away.
Yep. If you're not aware of things, like, Jack is simplistic in nature, right? You can sort of see things when they're coming and whatnot, but it's, again, these plus frames, the dominance that Jack displays, right? You have to be aware of them. Right now, look at Flicks here. Strong in the lead. We just need some solid move right there. Nice. Good mid. That's going to just clean it up and finish things off here. It's 1-1 right now. Flicks has to put in some work if Flicks wants to get on the board in the scoreboard, you know?
Yes, back and forth. Let's see. Moving towards that wall. Got a great... Oh, man.
That was an incredible combo. That didn't really,
wasn't it?
Yeah, that looked like 85 net damage almost. Like, that was actually insane here. Sentai pressure again. If you don't duck that kick, right, you have to respect it. You're going to have to stay true there. But here we're at the wall, and this extension going to drop a little bit. As, again, Flicks is trying to find an opening here. Sentai, they ducked it. See that? There it is. No need to duck that. These are some patterns that Node is picking up on, adaptations that we're seeing here against Flicks' Reina, and look at it, it's being like responded back to here. Good throw break.
Yes, great throw break, great way to change. Great, just to change the dynamic of how it's going. Move them towards the wall. Are we gonna get an explosion? Not quite. At least not yet. Yeah, not with that hit.
It's close here. There's going to be a heat smash there, and that's going to cause the wall to explode. We'll see how much damage this can take here. Look at that. Look at that red, bro. Seeing red like a bull right there. Already down to practically enraged here for Flix. Flix needs to figure something out right here. What's the wake-up option? Oh, goodness gracious. That shoulder bash is going to take it as Node is going to move forward. This means Flix is going to be in losers. Now, the real question is, are we going to see Flix continue with this Reyna practice? Of course, that wasn't a shabby display of Reyna, of course. That was a very, very good one. I just believe that Node was sort of aware of what to expect and everything like that. But, you know, here's hoping that we see more of that Reyna, but also I kind of want to see the Nina. That'd be really, really cool. So, very good stuff there from those two players again as we continue to continue forward here with no frames given one. And if you're enjoying yourself, by the way, feel free to make that known in the chat. Show some love here as well as in the socials as well. And yeah, we're having a good time. Are you having a good time, Librilla?
Absolutely having a great time. So far the matches have been amazing. Always love to see some great Jack and of course Eddie gameplay because you know I love Eddie Gordo. And oh no, it's just these tournaments are so fun. So fun.
Yeah, they're fast and franked it. Yeah. Go. I mean, no bias, but I mean, I'm glad you got your Eddie gameplay. I'm just waiting for some Victor gameplay. That's when I can flex my knowledge a little bit. That's where I can kind of be like, I know what's happening, you know? Of course, I already do. That's why I'm here, sitting in this chair, talking to all of you. But of course, you know, you always want to see the characters that you either play or follow closely. But yeah, and love the customs. That's a good thing too, right? Because typically when you get into like, you know, IRL events and stuff like that, the energy obviously is fantastic from the everyone here is in attendance, right? But you don't get to see some of that cool creative costume design that Tekken and Namco games in general does very well, you know? Like it's cool to see that. Like that was just straight up biking. It just felt like a guest character. You know?
Yes. No, I loved how the costume looked. Like, I hadn't even seen anybody make a really cool bikin costume like that. And I always say Tekken's one of my favorite cosplay games because, you know, you jump in ranked and you're almost always going to see something really cool at some point.
Yeah, there's that viral
range,
tweet.
but
Exactly, yeah. There's a viral tweet that happened once where it was like a Daphne, like, Lily queued into, like, a Velma Asuka.
Oh,
and it was like, that's amazing. Like you can have that kind of stuff happen. Like, yeah, yes, pacifist, absolutely. But like, yeah, you can just see that kind of stuff happen, and people get very creative. Like some people's whole content on their channels is just derived from like, hey, give me a character, and I'll do my best to take what Tekken 8 has given me, and you know, do my best to represent them. And some of them are crazy. Like some of them are really obvious. Like you got Nina as Black Widow from like, you know, the Marvel universe.
yes.
So easy. Actually so easy. Like there's no question, right? And Flix, you know, I've you know, playing with Flix, you know, he's got a lot of the Mortal Kombat characters like Jade and stuff. I myself, when the game first came out, I made a tweet making every character look like a Valorant agent. I mean, that's if you ever see my my Victor, it just straight up looks like Chamber. What can I ask for? He's French, he's got guns, you know, he teleports. I mean, practically a guest character for me, right? So we're getting into this next match, and you know, hopefully we can be sort of impressed or surprised by whatever customs people got. But what's more important is obviously being moved and impressed by the gameplay that we're about to see. So that's going to be some good stuff. So shout outs to everyone once again in chat for sticking with us and hanging out, getting the vibe. Don't forget, as always, stay hydrated, grab a snack, have a good time here as the spectator client is going to whisk us away into a match.
For the next battle.
Ooh, you are getting your wish, aren't you?
I am. Not only am I getting my wish, but this is kind of funny because this is literally 5-4 because I'm too crispy, which is really interesting because these guys play all the time. It's a very interesting situation to have it where you are fighting your practice partners. And right now, look at that 5-4 strong. That while running 2, while nerfed and changed, is still an extremely strong tool here. As I'm Too Crispy is already at half, but it just takes one launch, massive amounts of damage.
I was gonna say Paul is a very strong character anyway, and I feel like even at half health, definitely could come back. I mean, granted, not that time because 5-4 definitely turned on the pressure, but you know what I mean. Like, Paul is actually really good in this game, too.
Yeah, Paul got some buffs to add on to him, which just make him a more well-rounded character, and we're seeing that now as he's putting 5-4 here up against the wall. But now 5-4's got a reversal. I love that hop. It actually evaded the grab there. Nice stuff here. And I'm too crispy, right? Plays 5-4 a lot, so going to be very familiar with all the stance mix-ups that 5-4's done, and that's where that low parry comes in too.
Yeah, you gotta love it when somebody can get the low parry off. Man. Oh, I love that dodge, that little swirl around them. 5-4 takes it back. Their health is so close.
Oh. And hopping over that Perfumer 1, like, you know, it's coming. It's tough because if you block that Perfumer 1, it's mildly punishable with the while standing 4, but it's not, you don't get huge reward for it, but maybe evading it is the strategy. Like, and again, all this pressure here while in high stance is just too much. Nice there. Yep, also it's going to be a juggle. We got to pick up here a little bit. Nice. Launch. Nothing comes of it. I'm too crispy. Just got to find an opening right here, and that death miss could be the start.
Yeah, for sure. Great blocked low. 5-4, keeping the pressure on, though. Up with that kick. Could this be the turnaround? Let's see.
Oh, unfortunate stuff right there. Yeah.
Cheeky low. Cheeky low managed to get that final hit.
Yeah, that down forward. That's it. Well, you say cheeky low, but I'll tell you right now, it's honestly a straight up cheeky low. If you counter hit that move, huge chunk of damage. He kicks you, he shoots you in the face. It's crazy, but also it's one of those lows where the character model is, they're standing upright. So there's not a lot of visual indication that the low is going to come, right? A lot of people, like, you know, even Victor, for example, is down back 4. He goes low. That one he stands upright and then boom, just hits you with that low. And a low in the middle of the match, meh, take the low. But if you're at literally low health where you don't know what can happen, right? That low can be devastating. Here we're gonna start that match right now. There's that. See, oh, the down back 4 counter hit. Let's see a combo go. We're gonna take this to the wall.
Oh yeah. Yeah, the walls are pretty close on this one. I don't think that's the breakable side, but oh no, it is. Got a wall break. Continuing with our combo.
Oh man, this is so nasty here. Shift it and there it is. Yep. That's so good, man. That down forward one, and because the wall's broken, we're already going to go down here right away after just simply one round. But yeah, we saw earlier that wall pressure that 5-4 was employing, very deadly. So it's I'm too crispy's best interest not to get stuck in that situation again.
No, loving the sort of punch game. It's like crispy. Just, yeah, one more. Bam.
Exactly.
Not going to take much.
Yeah, I love that automatic Q right there. That's for sure.
Yeah.
Put him in there. It's a tough low you got to watch out for. It's a classic. It's been around a long time. And then that as well. We're seeing a lot of victors employ that. You know, in high stance down 2. Inputting so much hit stuff. Nice 1-1-2 here. Again, good stuff. We're seeing 5-4. Gas pedal, non-stop. Forcing I'm Too Crispy to have to respect this offense. Oh, good sidestep.
Yeah. Loving the just... Oh, they're both trying to get in. Crispy managing to get the launch, working towards the wall now.
Yeah, this is a precarious situation to be in with Paul.
Yes.
You don't want to be in that situation, but again, these lows, where are you looking? You know, you stab in the toes right there. It's enough to take stuff out, right? He's got a very good low. Nice Death Fist to go straight into a Heat Engager. Another Death Fist 2 in the health bar. You blink twice, it's gone, right? Already in rage now. 5-4's got to respond quickly, otherwise we're going to tie this game here. Oh, the throw, that might do it. Yeah.
Oh, what a great throw. All right, we are 2-2 entering this final match of the second game. 5-4 takes an early lead.
Oh, and that low out of the ice stance. Yeah, that's a scary thing to do with. It's very 50-50 stuff. There's the power crush as well right there. Putting that pressure. And even though he did a wall running too, I'm Too Crispy responds with a nice hop kick. We're here at the wall, going to do massive damage. And there it is. There's down back 4. Another low on the wake up. And the heat smash low. Everyone forgets that. When Victor's in heat, right, they always expect the expulsion, right? But he does actually have a heat smash that starts low that no one's ready for, and it comes out fast. When you block it, yes, you can punish it, but again, this game is all about conditioning. You got the shampoo and the conditioner. You know what I'm saying? If you don't see that move, it's not in your frame of mind. Out of sight, out of mind. Boom. That's when it hits you. That's when it kills you. So that's a really good display there from 5-4. I love to see more of I'm Too Crispy's Paul, though. I'm Too Crispy, known mainly for the Leo, but the Paul, very good display. We got to see good combo damage, good obviously by playing 5-4 a lot, good understanding of the Victor matchup. I'm just hoping in loser's bracket will be a great battlefield for I'm Too Crispy to sort of flex that Paul so we can keep seeing it. But again, good stuff to both players. GG, what a match. Good stuff.
Oh yeah, no, that was very exciting.
Yeah,
I don't know.
5-4 favorite to win it. You know, 5-4 is a very deadly player, man. You know, showing a good showing for a mid-tier summit, right? Strong stuff. Yeah. Ooh, look at that. We're getting Halloween early. We're in the dark now.
Ooh, I know. That kind of distracted me, but yeah, no, it is just so fun to see. Like, you know, you play Victor. I don't play Victor personally, so you know, watching the high level Victor play, seeing how fast and how quickly he can just, you know, sort of get in and get somebody trapped. It's really fun for me.
No, for sure. Speaking of more technical terms, like if he pops heat at the wall, right, and does forward 4-2 where he kind of knocks you down, immediately they made a change where he's now in the stance, and that's where he does the thing where he stabs his sword into the ground and a pillar of like flame comes up. That is nasty. That is a new like Oki trap that a lot of people are not ready for. I think at this point in time now people are, but regardless of whether or not you know it, it is something you have to face. Victor is simple to use, easy, good tools, and kind of like Claudio and like Shaheen and characters of that nature, it's very face up. The tools you have are straightforward. If you can apply them in the situations where they need to be applied, it's simple stuff. You know, sometimes you don't need to be complicated. Sometimes you just want, you know, something simple, you know, and that's what those characters kind of embody. So yeah, great exhibitions from the players and the fighters using their familiarity. Yep, absolutely. So, and again, we're going to get another game here. If we take a look at the bracket, which by the way, you guys can follow it at the start.gg. Pretty sure if you type ! bracket, it should show up if it's set to that. Otherwise, you can go to our I don't want to call it X, I'm going to call it Twitter. You go to the Twitter, and you can find it there posted. It's either between Kayvon and 5-4, so you get to see more of that Victor, or it's going to be Styling on You versus Node, and Node being the Jack up against the Eddie, which I can imagine for Jack, that seems like a tough matchup. Because, like, you know, Jack's maneuverability a bit on the weaker side, and again, if you are the one to initiate the aggression onto the Jack, that could be a little bit difficult to handle. So we'll see how that goes. So once the spectator client boots up, we'll get right into the match and right into the action.
Yeah, it looks like it's going to be Eddie and Jack, from what I can see. Jack. So, as you said, I imagine too that would be more difficult for Jack, but you know, we just saw Node do amazing things, so this could very well not be so bad. All right.
I love these colorful worlds, you know, it look like, you know, fall started, but it still looks like it's summer up here on this asteroid. They're nice stuff to sort of punish that, but again, great launch here from Styling on You, and we're probably going to see this be taken to the wall too, right? This stage isn't really big, so, you know, using these walls to your advantage is nice. We got a bit of that install too after doing that nice combo.
Yes. Right now they are both doing some great neutral, working towards each other, trying to get in. I thought that kick might be quite enough, but not quite. Making use of hitting him out of his headstand stance. Oh man, Jack is definitely putting a lot of pressure and took that first round. We're 1-0. Oh, with the low parry.
Can't believe that's a lot. You need to have a lot of gonads to pull that off. Like a low parry round start here, and you're just styling on you gonna feel the consequences of those actions, right? Dealing with this. No, you need to learn how to deal with that move, man. You got hit by it 3 times. Oh my goodness, and that's gonna spell the end for that round for styling on you. All gold, baby. Perfect. Perfect. I can spell. So there you go. That's good. Jack, aggression causes depression. That's for sure here. We need to see Style on you make some good adaptations here, especially because the stage now has the explosive floor. So any ground bounding attack is going to extend combos further. So it's pretty lethal out here. You need to be very careful with your decisions. And that's where it is. I just called it out and it just so happened.
Yeah, it's like you spoke it into reality. No, styling on you is keeping Eddie at a really good distance from Jack so that he can make use of his character's, you know, just because he moves around so much in the space that he can have. Managed to push him against the wall with that heat. Yes, manages to take that round.
Yeah,
2-1.
Tying it up. It is. This game is very, very fast. For sure. The floor has already been used now, so it's basically kind of back to the original way it's going to go here. Nice pressure here. And I love that. Good stuff here from Styling on you. And again, that's a very scary mid to deal with on wake up, right? Like, you don't want to get caught by it. And again, in headstand stance too, there's a grab that could come out of that. Lots of mental stack here. Styling on you now is reversing this momentum and could possibly take the game if they keep this up. Especially with a start like that. No way. Let's go.
Yes, already launched him towards the wall. Oh, with that low parry, though. Node manages to take it back. And loving the aggression from both players.
Oh, same, exactly. You gotta do it, right? And we're seeing them sidestepping here at that safe distance. No one really wants to make an incorrect guess here. And that was a perfectly placed power crush. Power crushes are so amazing. When you put a stop to aggression, they kind of give you control in response to their aggression here. That low there is gonna trip them up right into that mid. Styling on you. Figured it out. Gets them a bit of that styling. Those last 3 rounds is what I kind of expected, like the beginning of the match to go. But of course, for every player, regardless of their rank, and I mean, Styling and you got a destruction, no stranger to Tekken. You still need a few rounds to sort of assess and to download and to see everything, right? You can pick a character and you know what a character can do, but that doesn't, you know, like you know what a food item is, but you don't know if the chef can cook it well, right? Every player is different, so you got to maybe have those first few rounds to download. So now we're going to go to Ortiz Farm, and we'll see if there's any difference between these two, or whether or not we're going to see a repeat of last game. Here we go.
Yeah, this one has some nice balcony and floor breaks, so we'll have to see if they wind up taking advantage of that. Yeah, you know, Eddie has that great high power crush that is a heat engager that is one of his really great moves.
Heat engager on its own, good. Power crush on its own, good. Put them together, it's like PB and J. It's like kind of a deadly combination here. And speaking of deadly right now, Node's got to find a way to get out of here. Jack's a big guy. You can't really sidestep out of the corner. You sort of just have to take the aggression head on. And unfortunately, that aggression was just too much for Node right there. So that first round is definitely going to go to Styling on you.
Definitely making, like I said, great. Eddie is taking over the stage, knocking him against the wall, and just not letting him out, which is what I would have thought Jack would have done. Oh, just hitting his head.
Yep, forward, one. It's a good move. Forward one it's one of those moves that has plus frames. You have to block it. You have to deal with it when it happens. It kind of allows the Jack player to sort of assess the next option here. Great stuff here, going to the stance. Mid kick to alleviate that pressure. We're seeing some KBDs right now. Trying to hopefully get a whiff punish. Ooh, there was a whiff, but no significant punish there on Styling on you.
Yeah, no, Node is making very good use of it. If something works, he does it. And gets away with it as many times as he possibly can. Though now, oh, it wasn't even enough. Trying to use heat in order to stop what was happening, and no. Styling took that round, already has heat, and using his flips to already move him against the wall. Dang.
He's
close.
Yeah. Exactly. He's kind of doing to Jack what Jack was doing to him earlier. You know, just kind of doing the same sort of strategy. And it's really paying off here. But right now, Node's got to do something here. Nice, good Control have to get some more stage control right now as we're sort of pushing Stylen on you to the corner here. But again, at this life, oh, nice! See, that could be a low or it could be a mid, and I think Node chose correctly here. Grab, nice. Oh, that was not a break. I thought it was gonna be, but it's not in fact. And it comes down to the last hit, but there comes that low when you least expect it. Stylen on you, keeping their cool, saying, hey, I know I'm taking a lot of these hits right now, but all I have to do is find that one opening because we're on a last hit situation, and I've got this. And that's that kind of cool composure you need. See, there's a lot of the times we're gonna play a fighting game and you're gonna get ragey. You're gonna be like, I hate this. Like, oh, that's so stupid, so broken. But honestly, you'd be surprised that if you can regulate your emotions and keep your cool in tense situations like that, you will come out on top. You will find a way. So, good stuff from Node, putting up a good fight against Stylen in what I would like to call a pretty difficult matchup in general.
Yeah, I would think so too.
But yeah, Stylen once again showing good display of mastery of Eddie.
Yeah, I've heard it said that, you know, even if you just have a sliver, as long as you have life, you're still in the game. I think it can be hard to, you know, not panic, to not let the, oh no, it's almost, you know, the end for me, like, take over. I know I am prone to panic for sure in those instances. So many times though in these competitions have I seen people come back from the edge, the almost death, and manage to take the entire round. Because in Tekken, as we said up front, it is fast. You can launch and do great damage with combos. Work them to the wall can explode or not. You know, you could get a stage break and extend it with a heat dash. There's so many options for putting great damage on the board.
There's a lot of things you got to consider. Yeah. Hey, Pacifist was like, are we going to see that series? It looks like Kayvon's going to cosplay as 5-4's main. But then 5-4 here is going to be a Chipotle King. Big sponsor, you know? Yeah, if you wanted these cosmetics, you had to beat Chipotle King. So this is going to be a run back for somebody in those cosmetics here. And this is Yoshimitsu. Kind of always been known as a Tekken character that's just sort of been solid. But in this game, a nightmare. Like, actually a nightmare. Very hard to deal with, very ambiguous moves. So it's going to be up to 5-4 to sort of push through, persevere, and find a way to deal with Yoshimitsu's shenanigans.
And I think it's interesting going in with the King as well. That I suppose that is one way to deal with the ambiguousness of Yoshimitsu, is to just throw them around, which has seemed to be working so far since 5-4 took that first round. King is also very difficult to deal with due to like the sheer number of throws that he has, and he has very good pokes and other things going for him.
Look at this, by the way. Can I just let you know, like, Tekken 8's been out for a while, but every throw connected. The Shining Wizards, like the generics, all of that was connecting. If you're not kept up to date with how to, you know, react to all of King's throws, it can get frustrating. Yoshimitsu has no way of actually creating any distance, as 5-4 is constantly in his face, closing the gap, and just getting all these throws connected. It's really all it takes, man. It's maybe the best way to do with Yoshi.
Indeed, that throw that Yoshi just did, very frustrating when you're on the receiving end of it. It looked like it was about to get turned around, but no. We have a Rage Art, obviously nowhere near death, but it's going to lower Kayvon's life a little bit, and went into the heat. Let's see if he can turn it around. That was another monster girl, honestly. Yeah. Tried to catapult up, did not work.
Yeah,
we are now.
It's definitely punishable if you're blocking. It was a big call out to try to get that, but nonetheless, here still good. Giant swing right now. Make sure you tech it. You always want to tech it to reduce that. Oh, it wasn't. Oh my god, look at the damage. You gotta mash. Well, I just mashed 1+2. I don't know if that's the actual thing, but it works for me. So that's how that goes. Nice, good heat engager here. He's just gonna constantly put on a little bit of that pressure. It's tough. I feel like he's trying to open him up here, but if he does low at the wrong spot, then yeah, going to the helicopter mode. If you know the counterplay to it, then it's not much of a threat. Good throw break, by the way, on the Shining Blade.
No, it looks like Kayvon is managing to keep 5-4's King at bay now. I mean, well, never mind. But I mean, like, It seems like the defense was like kicking in before it managed to turn towards 5-4 taking that round.
Yeah, it's really tough because like a lot of the time you're like,
It's
well,
one.
I want to close the gap against King, and then it's like, well, Harada gave him a wave dash, so what? Right? So now you're like, okay, well, if my option of evading and creating space isn't working, I guess my next one is in his face. But what happens when you get in his face? That happens. Or you get grabbed. So here we go. We're gonna do a nice combo that ends in the power bomb. Slam. Nice. Now you gotta wake up into King. What's gonna happen? I like that wake up 3. He's gonna be able to get through there. Good helicopter stuff. And that's great. We just kind of tied up the health lead together there. So good stuff there from Kayvon. Trying to put that pressure here, but again, they're grabbing. This is one of the ones where it's a chain grab, right? You gotta figure out the right break option. Is it 1? Is it 2? If you don't, the damage just constantly racks up.
Yes, absolutely. I'm loving the use of all of the sword helicopter techniques. That was a great low. Already got that. Oh man, and using the swords as stilts. These are all Yoshi things.
What? That was a gimmick and a half. Oh, but that grab though, nice stuff. Oh, heat smash, not gonna get the cinematic because on the ground. Good Shining Wizard throw break. Oh, and the low. Respect, respect, respect. I think that 5-4 was anticipating a low, and that break was so good. Nice, good stuff. Nice launch here from Kayvon. Let's take it. Let's take this inch and take it to a mile. See what you can do, as much damage as you can get. Nice, good stuff. And just like that, 5-4 already running in.
Yeah, well, you got to be close in order to throw. It's important that you keep the spacing for your character. Yoshi's doing a really good job right now getting the launch. Forward work, and bam! Just like that, we are 1-1. This one is tied up.
I'm smelling a little bit of some adaptation here from Kayvon. I'm liking a bit of what I'm seeing here. Oh, it's going to be tough here. And again, both of them are connecting with counter hits, and it's just really funny. We're getting some Dragon Ball moments right here for both of them right now. Go back and forth. There it is. Shining Wizard once again into that mid, very deadly, into that low as well. That's a really scary low because that's Alley's kicks. But yeah, nice stuff. And the spring kick, oh, not punished though. A little bit too far, but there it is. Shining Wizard once again. It's a 1+2 break, right? It's tough to deal with that. I want to see some unblockables. That would be pretty cool if you see some unblockables. I'm not gonna lie. It'll come out. I hit 5-4 with one once. That was a very, very great accomplishment. Speaking of accomplishments, I'm glad here that Kayvon is able to tack on some damage here onto 5-4. Oh, nice. I like that. Sometimes when someone's on the ground, all you have to do is just back up. Let them do their option. Punish. Is this going to get teched? No, it's not. Oh, my goodness.
Yeah, no, with that, the life is basically tied. And oh, look at this. This is one of King's big things. Just the throw after throw after throw. Puts me right back there in Tekken 4. We're gonna do that all the time. And bam, just run into him.
And look at that. 5-4 takes it. Winner semifinals with the King. Last time when I was practicing with 5-4, which is a while ago, I haven't touched Tekken in a long time. I've been busy myself. I thought that 5-4 was gonna dabble in some of the war crime that is Alyssa. But seeing a King, that's funny. That's really, really funny. I like that. And I think it's a good like mental switch from playing Victor. Victor's very poke heavy. He wants to get kind of in there, establish a stance game, and then do, oh, what's my option on a stance? What is this? And also, again, like Noctis from before, right? Victor's got these long ranged attacks. So it's good for, he wants to create some distance and hits you with the tip of his down forward 2 so he can get a combo going or use his counter hit stuff. King's just like, let me get in there. Let me get in there, bro. It's like Black Friday sale. He's trying to push right through, bro. Right when the door's open, he's in there. And you have to deal with him face to face, right? They made King such an oppressive threat up close and something you have to deal with, right? It's like taxes. You can't run. You know, you got to deal with them, right? I mean, if you do, that's a different story. But, I mean, like, you have to face it. So I like that 5-4 was dabbling a bit in King, and it really paid off and it showed its stuff. So shout-outs there.
Oh, I hear you, pacifist. You wouldn't expect a Victor player to pick a King. They do play very differently, but at least from my mind, playing two characters that actually play quite differently can kind of like, you know, I find that it helps me to do that. I'll wind up being better at my main character after, you know, dabbling in characters that do have different play styles, not only, you know, just like learning about them, but also I feel like it's a balance thing. There are other skills in Tekken, other fundamentals that you get to work on that may not necessarily be strengths for your main character, but are strengths for your secondary character. And oh, Zafina. I
Yeah.
played Zafina.
Before the match starts, I'm just gonna say on that note, I'm jealous of bilingual people. You know, people who can speak 2 languages. That's what that was. There's people who play 2 characters. But here we go. Safina. Avon's going to Safina against we saw earlier up against Styling on You. We're in losers quarterfinals right now, so the stakes are high. You don't get a second chance here. This is the second chance, you know?
Yes, for sure. And I'll be interested to see how Kayvon deals with Zafina's mini stance changes and how they're all very different from each other. So far, though, Quime has taken the first round with his Warong, which is very aggressive. And let's see. There's that tarantula stance.
Yeah, the tarantula stance is obnoxious, but Arong is pretty good at dealing with things on most floors. Like if someone's like grounded, he's got a good way to pick them back up. He's just very versatile that way. So, and it's just this pressure nonstop. So what we saw with Style on You was a very strong understanding of Arong's pressure here. Not saying Kayvon doesn't know, but this is a good example of why a lot of people plug on Arong, right? It's just constant, nonstop pressure. Here's the mid, here's the low, right? Tack on that like low damage low, but with that strong mid, and it's very tough to deal with. So Kayvon's got to put up some hitboxes to just kind of get out of the corner even, and the power crush opportunity is going to get denied too. It's just blinding fast. We were talking about, is this game fast? I think that was a good example. Straight up. Textbook.
Yeah, and also the disrespect of Hwarang sitting on you when he went. Maybe that's the real reason.
That's what the Taekwondo people do in that, bro. Jury does the same thing.
Yeah,
is that what they
you're
teach you out there in Korea? The Taekwondo people sit on you, bro.
Oh,
I mean,
man.
some people. I never mind. I'm not gonna finish my sentence.
They didn't even think about it like that, but yeah.
But yeah, man, that's what they do, and then it's crazy, man. Good stuff from Quime. Tavon, I think that's the thing about Zafina. Like, I don't often fight Zafina. Like, my ranked grind, I literally saw 1 on my way to Fujin, right? Like, I don't see it often. I don't particularly consider Zafina someone who puts out hitboxes very fast. They're more so, like, elusive with weird stances that are kind of awkward. But I mean, if you're dealing with Hwarang, you're not playing your game plan. You're dealing with Hwarang's game plan. So this is a nice change of pace here, what I'm seeing here from Kayvon, how that round started. But there we go. We may gonna get the pressure started.
Yeah, no, you're exactly right. I don't think Zafina is necessarily a damage powerhouse, but what she does is somewhat confuse in a similar way to maybe Eddie might with the, the mix-ups and being all over the place and the different stances having their own different sort of combos that come off of them. There's a lot going on there, but no, it was pretty close. Kayvon almost had it, but with that hit, Queen took that round.
It's very tough. Nice. Good stuff there with the power crush here. And great pressure. You want to see those plus frames. And the great thing about that plus frame is it goes straight into tarantula stance, which is something you just have to respect, right? Like when Zafina's on the ground like that, you need to respect that. Heat smash, stay in the game, stay in charge. And there we go. We make good pressure into the throw. That was disgusting.
What a throw, yeah. All right, we are 0-2. Let's see. Making use of those. Oh, and tarantula into the heat smash or heat engager. Got that low combo on your way to the wall. Oh yeah, that is such a comeback. Did not even give him a chance to move.
That was nasty. Honestly, I love that pressure. We need to see more of that from Kayvon. But again, like, then they can just respond back by basically being like, hey, I put on that pressure, we're good. But a juggle situation here from Kayvon, attack on some of that damage, making Quime feel obligated to have to use a heat burst to get in there. We're going to get a juggle again. Nice stuff. And I think that's going to be it there for Quime right now, is Quime is going to take that. Okay, see, you're right. Pacifist. They both ride motorcycles. They both have strange eye patches. And they both sit on you. I feel like the character designer, they must be like next door neighbors. They must be on the same cubicle here. Capcom and Namco looking over the fence, being like, what is that design? Like, should I take that? What is that? And that's what it is. So very similar there. But
I wonder though, because sometimes characters are based on like a certain like a trope, if you will.
Yeah,
Like you're wandering samurai, for example. So multiple games will have a wandering samurai that winds up having similar moves and stuff. And I don't know. I'm just curious. I wonder if there is some sort of a person they are actually referencing in some way, and that's why they have similar things. But I don't know. Just throwing it out there.
it's the culture. I don't know.
Yeah,
I guess
could
Taekwondo
be.
is just really cool, man. It's a good fighting style to adapt to fighting games. I think like we've seen it, right? It's nice. Like Jury is a fan favorite in Street Fighter, and how wrong? I mean, if people want to win quick in early ranks, you know, look no further. And I mean, how wrong is just probably one of the more fascinating movesets of all time because he's got so many different stance switches and stuff, just like real Taekwondo. It's really, really cool. That's the thing I really enjoy about Tekken in particular compared to some other fighting games. Well, of course, you're going to get into the fantasy and the fantasticalness of, you know, video game-ness. But Tekken does a good job of demonstrating and portraying martial arts and fighting styles the best they can in an honorable way. I mean, when we saw Leroy, right, we were like, damn, Ip Man, it's Wing Chun, right? They did a good job. They honored that. I mean, I like Dragunov in particular because he kind of does like Krav Maga, Sistema, Sambo. He does that, and you know, someone who's dabbled in it a little bit myself. It's a good display. I can't tell you what Jack 8's fighting style is. I'm pretty sure it's just big, bulky swinging. But you know, it's cool. And we got I'm Too Crispy once again going on. You know, doing what I asked, which is going back to Nepal, trying to get that good character diversity going. And already a strong start here with that Death Fist, right? These characters are both characters that have really strong moves that keep you with blocks. You're gonna see that a lot.
And I also appreciate always like characters that come all the way from Tekken 1 and how they have like evolved into their current states. I know Jack is technically a different number, but Crispy takes that round. Just managed to already work him towards the wall as well. It's just great to see their current iterations.
It's Doomslayer, guys. It's not MF Doom, that's the rapper. It's Doom God. It's Doom God. It's Doomslayer. But yeah, MF Doom was like actually a rapper, pretty sure. But yeah, anyways, yeah, good stuff here. And this is a thing that Tekken 8 introduced too, that gray health, right? If you can keep putting plus frames on people, you'll slowly heal over time too, which creates more of that anxiety in the match right here, right? Here's a big throw right here, gonna get a guaranteed follow-up from it. That's gonna hurt a lot. As I'm Too Crispy's gotta find a way in there, mid, low. That's it. That's all it takes.
1-to-1. I'm loving. It seems to be quite a bit of a punch battle, which is interesting because you know after going off of Taekwondo, that was a great throw break from I'm Too Crispy. Got a launch from Node, looking towards the wall. Is this gonna be it? Can he get out? Oh, that move looks so painful.
You have to sidewalk on reaction. You know how scary that is? Like because that move otherwise, I don't think it's a guard crush, but it's done so much, again, block stun here. And look at that here, Node gonna do a little bit of some movement here. I'm Too Crispy. He's trying to find an opportunity. With punish on the Death Fist, he's gonna be taken advantage of by Node. And we're here now. This is the situation you don't want to be in. You're like stuck in the corner against Jack as he's putting out hitboxes. You're like, what do I do? Am I supposed to get up? Am I supposed to sidestep? Am I supposed to power crush? And a power crush, just like also heat burst, which is basically a power crush, it gets beaten by a low. So if he throws out some random low in there too, you just feel helpless and it makes you feel dumb. That's what these characters are really good at, and that's a playstyle you should try to employ, by the way, if you're going to be into fighting games.
Yeah.
When I play fighting games, and some people hate this, maybe my friends, that's why they don't want to play with me sometimes, is I try to make them feel dumb. You make someone feel dumb and feel like, why did I get hit by that? That's good. That means you're great at conditioning. And that's what these two characters have, pretty simplistic tools to do that.
Yeah, plus any emotional response you can do might pull somebody out, and that's where the mental battles come in on Tekken, especially since it's so back and forth. And oh man, yeah, Jack is so oppressive.
Yes, great wick finish there from Node as well. And we're here at the wall. And no throw break, balcony break. That's going to be the round here. Oh, wait, what? Oh, hold on. I'm Too Crispy. Let's go. I'm shooting for you now. No bias because you just somehow escaped that. I have no idea how, and we're going to take this even further. What's the wake up? What's the option? I love that. Rage art. Okay, no, I don't love that. I actually hate that. myself. But it's a good option that people forget you can do. You just rage art when the pressure's too much, and it's basically like a cinematic power crush. You know, you just throw it out there and you get it. Right? It's good. Oh, go gambling.
Yeah. I try to ignore how often I get hit by the cheeky rage art right when I think I'm about to win.
Yeah.
Yes, no. Just, yeah, note spacing is great. I love the sort of timing of his moves. Just keeping I'm Too Crispy sort of at bay with it. Because he is slower, but once he gets going, he's like a steamroller.
Yeah, keeping him locked down. It's like he looks like he's slow, right? With the space between his moves, but there's just so much plus frames that I'm Too Crispy can't do anything. Tried to get a hop kick in that situation, gonna get denied. Now we're at the wall again. Here's a throw, right? Guaranteed, and it's gonna get another second wall splat into more damage. And now what next? Are you gonna power crush? No, you can't. There's nothing much you can do here. You're gonna be able to block that low, but that move is gonna get ducked, and it's gonna be a second perfect here from Node, as Node is gonna take down I'm Too Crispy here in the losers quarterfinals. Good showing from I'm Too Crispy's Paul. You know, you can't say it was, you gotta give it its, you gotta commend it, because I mean it did hit Bushin. That's better than most. That's a very strong thing to see. And we saw great displays of strength there, you know, obviously from the strongest person in the universe. We saw that a lot, and I'm hoping that with more time in the oven, we can see that Paul be refined and be mastered more.
Oh, yes.
Because again, we were talking about bilingual, right? You speak 2 languages. Jealous of my girlfriend who can speak 3. But like,
oh,
you
wow.
know, going from Leo to Paul is a very distinct gameplay and like archetype contrast, and it's cool. So I'm really liking what I'm seeing today. And at no frames given, we're getting kind of spoiled and getting to see all that come to play. So everyone in chat is you know, getting to have that enjoyment of seeing people do a lot of character choices that you probably wouldn't have originally anticipated.
And I think that'll be the best part of, you know, this entire show moving forward, is we get to see these people, you know, come back and refine their skills and get better at what they're doing, and maybe change characters or maybe change styles or whatever it is. And like I said, I for one am greatly looking forward to watching them on their journey. We can all feel like we're a part of it, you know?
No, I and I love that.
I love that.
That's what No Frames Given is all about, and that's what Mid-Tier Summit tries to encapsulate and share with the rest of us. We've said it before, but that Discord community, it's no joke, it's no slouch. You can go there and you can get games in, cultivate not only your own skill, but the skill of your secondaries, ask questions, maybe even spectate, watch some matches, right? It's like going to the gym. You see these big dudes, these big girls, right? Massive, like that. It can be intimidating seeing these muscles. Here you are, scrawny or whatever you are, whatever your fitness goal is, but let it be known, most of the people at the gym are actually nice people. You'll literally be like, oh, can you stop me, or can you help me with this, right? They're more than like willing to do that. It's actually the anomaly if they're going to be a bit of a prick, right? People are here to help, and that's kind of the same culture that Mid-Tier Summit, well, cultivates. You know, don't be afraid to ask. Come get these games in. Show us what you got. Come through.
Yeah.
You know? So that's what we like to see. So speaking of coming through, I want to see what next match will be coming through here. If we're going by winners finals, it would be 5-4 versus Stylen on you.
Yes.
But if not, if it's loser semifinals, it's going to be Quime up against Node. So that would be Haorong versus Jack, which, wow, that'd be crazy if Jack got eliminated by 2 characters that just are ambiguously kicking your face in and mixing up the high mids lows to an egregious degree. Or we're gonna watch 5-4 play either Victor or King up against this Eddie. Now, if it were my prediction, I think 5-4 would probably want to play it safe against Stylen on you and use the Victor. But I don't know. I've been surprised before. I mean, I've been surprised the entire time we've been on stream. So, you know,
yeah.
we think that happen.
It will be a 5-4 in Stylen, so we will be getting to see the either Victor or King. We'll find out when we get there versus the Eddie Gordo. I also like ambiguous face kick. I think that would make a great title for something.
Sounds like a
Um,
band.
the ambiguous face
Ambiguous
kick,
face
you know?
kick, dude. Yeah, I got front row seats to the ambiguous
Hmm.
face kick. Like, damn.
Dang.
So that'd be pretty cool. You know, take notes, someone. If you need like a funny name for something, there you go. Like I saw this is so unrelated, but I saw something and I'm like, that's so
Hmm.
smart. I maybe giving it away is like bad, but I saw someone say wasted time, and I thought about it. And I'm like, wait, that is so smart. Like wasted time. That's so
Hmm.
cool. I don't know. I thought that was. I don't know where
Interesting.
I saw that from, but I'm like, that's a cool like some wordplay there. Wow, look at that diagram. That's almost there's no empty space there. That's like that's a very versatile player we got in styling on you.
Hmm.
Waiting to spectate now. We're
To
gonna get
say,
that match started.
we've seen
Yeah,
some amazing Eddie Gordo today.
yeah, for
It's
sure.
it's so so great. Just like I said, with the way he uses his moves and they come together, that I almost like flail in an inability to even try to describe what's going on. And I play Eddie Gordo, so
No, yeah,
just
like
whew.
I won't lie. Like having styling on you being our first match on was kind of daunting because there's just a lot of stuff happening. So as we were
Mhm.
saying before, Tekken can be hard to follow, but at least I know Victor, so we got that.
And I know Eddie. We got this.
Yeah, this is actually fantastic here.
Yes.
This is actually perfect here. Winners finals starts now. One thing I'm
Yes.
gonna probably anticipate is like the down back four from 5 forward and sort of counter hit and stop, style and use pressure. If we just saw it there, I think he's gonna want to fish for that a lot here. Nice mids. Not gonna get hit by that. There's another down back four into the heat engager now, and it's up to 5-4 to defend appropriately. But I think this is probably going to do it. Yep, there it is.
Yeah, no, Stylin made use of his stance changes and other stuff like perfectly. All the somersaults and the constant move forward movement. Right now we have 5-4 not letting him get that in at all.
There it
Towards
is.
the wall. Yeah, the wall explode. Woo!
Yeah, that's the thing where you do the flames coming from the sword, right? Like you do your heat burst into that. Very deadly to deal with. Heat engager now for the power crush property, just to alleviate some of that pressure. Tried to go for a standard throw, not gonna happen. Back one into the perfumer, and then the power crush once again beaten by lows. And I think Styling is gonna take advantage of this, take him to the wall, and use a rage. Oh, great! I can drink some water now.
Cinematic water time, everybody. Eddie Gordo's taking us to his concert, and we all get front row seats.
The realm he sends you to.
Yes.
Oh, I love
Oh.
what 5-4 tried to do. The down forward 2 on Raw on the run-in, but there. Perfumer 1, gonna high crush. Oh, it's not over. Oh, into the one standing 1+2. You love to see it. That was sick. Oh my
Yes.
god. That was a nail biter. And I already bite my nails a bunch, so what's left to bite?
Another example of you can have just a sliver of health, but it's enough because you're still in the positive. All right, oh, the headstand throw, beautiful.
I love
Moving.
that throw.
I know.
Oh, low parry too. Here it is, front kick down, and here's the flame. Oh, and it actually connected, so we can just do it again. Oh, and cancels the stance here. As someone who's got a destruction, I would have thrown out a low and got it blocked and punished, but 5-4 knew better. But even with that, knowing better, Stalin Yu is going to continue to apply more of that aggression here. Nice stuff. Low. Soup's getting that install as well. Tried to go for a while standing, but couldn't get that out. As Stalin Yu continues to just constantly barrage him with all these hitboxes. Oh, okay, we got a juggle situation. We might be able to see some life in this game right now.
Yes. That is another flow that you just don't expect. With both feet, just bam. Next thing you know, that's it.
Yeah, like I'm just saying, right? Lows in the neutral and the beginning of a game aren't too threatening, right? Take the in Street Fighter,
No.
take the throw. In Tekken, it's take the low. But for both situations in both games, if you're at a sliver, that literally is the same equivalent as getting hit by a super. It is so deadly. So now that extra added anxiety of like, is that low gonna come out? You know, it's scary. I mean, it can be to your benefit where the low may be predictable in nature, but if you're like got instruction, like even like purple and higher, right? You're not gonna like just throw out a low willy-nilly. You're gonna do it with intention, and that intention And doing it there will be enough to catch someone off guard and take that dub, and that's what we saw there from Styling on you.
Yeah.
So let's
And
see what stage we're gonna go to. Oh yeah, go ahead.
Say, luckily we are first of 3, so we're going to get multiple more matches here. Definitely just started. 5-4 has plenty of time to show us how he's going to shut down the Eddie aggression. Oh man, this is the new stage beat. Gotta love it. That high power crush, heat engager.
Oh, there it is. The 1+2. Probably one of the best standing counter hit attacks. What? Whoa, that's a combo extension I have not seen before. Crazy. Here's the front. Oh, he's gonna just get an extension. Wow, that's some. I'm stealing that. That was nasty. Up 1, up 1, 2. Good pressure here, but love the attempt to use the up 1+2 to just sort of crush the whole thing. But it didn't pan out now. We're off axis here. We're back to neutral. Gotta find that opening. God, what a disgusting low. It looks like it's gonna be a mid, but he ends up just doing a low there too. That's why Eddie's so irritating for some. The animations are ambiguous. That's the pro's gonna take it. Nice, good stuff.
Yeah, no, and Eddie players definitely make use of it. You have enough moves that look similar to others, and a lot of lows that just seem to come out of nowhere. Go. Kind of see there that high power crush again. That is such a powerful move for Eddie. Stops with the spring. Nice one. That's a lovely juggle. And right into another power crush. Yeah.
Circus would be proud.
Oh yeah, for sure.
No joke. There it is. That's the power crush once again, stopping that aggression. That's what I try to teach low-level players. Like, not to rely on it too much, but power crush is really good option. Try to do it down 2 on the wake up, not gonna happen. And then here we go, heat dash combo. We're gonna see it. I don't believe it's gonna kill, but again, we're gonna be put in like between a rock and hard place or the wall where it's a little bit. Nice knockdown here. 5-4 is gonna get a little bit of extension. The wall closely approaching. Right. Oh, off axis. He's on the side, so that's not gonna connect. But Expulsion gonna continue to do tons of damage. Oh, and nice stuff there.
Oh, and it was just like the somersault, you know? And that's what I think makes Eddie Gordo so fun to watch, is just moving into, like I said, the cart, well, not the cartwheels, but like the, you know, the headstand, into the head hit, into the punch, into the somersault. It's a lot.
Yeah, no, it's for sure going between all the stances, like the headstand stance, the relaxed stance, everything. It's kind of crazy. And what I find is when you get hit by Eddie, right? Like it's with Haorong too. You get flustered a lot because that's when they're in control. They can do all these crazy hitboxes. And again, I was saying this before with Victor too. Like a lot of Eddie's animations are hard to read. They're like, is that the low or is that? Especially when there's a somersault in the air. There's a bunch of options out of that. So you need to be ready for that too, right? So I don't even know what 5-4 has to do to change things. I'm seeing that he's trying to connect them down forward 2s on some bad approaches, but Style on You is not approaching willy-nilly. He's approaching with intention. It's making 5-4 difficult for him to pin it down.
Yeah, no, that was a great throw there. Managed to reverse the situation. So at least for the second, Stylen was against the wall. And this is, the sort of pressure that, 5-4 needs to do to take that round. Now that was great.
That was good stuff. Some heat dash stuff, down 2. Oh, and a hop kick round start. Wow, my favorite. Oh my god, passive fist, you see that? Hop kick round start. Here's the flames, right? Deal with it now. We can do it again. Yeah, have to hold the block. And then, yes, beautiful stuff. It's those eye stance stuff that's really good. You get Victor to get into his eye stance game or his perfumer game, it's really hard to deal with. So Eddie's got to do everything in his power to prevent that from happening here. Nice stuff. Heat burst. Sidewalking to get some pressure here. And then just TM, right? I'm following you. That's what that means. Just a TM. I'm coming after you. I'm following you.
Yeah, no. I've really enjoyed 5-4's use of sidestep in order to try to move around Stylen's movements. Yeah, it's always it's interesting when Eddie is like down and still hits high with his legs. He's just so deceptive. You cannot know where he's gonna hit all the time, even based on how his body is positioned.
Yeah. So just like Street Fighter, where the default is crouch, like block low. You just have to block high against Eddie most of the time, and then that's where he catches you off guard. Look at this, nice stuff. 5-4 showed dominance with 2 rounds here, but Style on You comes back, and we saw this against Node on into the stratosphere, or whatever it's called. Yeah, he was able to come back. So I think 5-4 has to do everything in his power to prevent that. There's another down forward 2 to try to catch an approach. Not happening. Down back forward, try to stop an approach. But Styling on You is picking very good time. Oh, there's never mind. The down back forward. I was gonna be like, oh, it hasn't got hit by one yet. Ah, there it is.
Once again, us commentators seem to pull this stuff right into reality. We've already broken through the balcony. Oh, you caught him off guard with that throw. And another one. Ooh.
Truly, yeah.
Yeah.
There it is. Nice down back four into the low. Is he gonna survive? I don't believe so. Yeah, no, not
Yeah, no.
Well placed rage art, not enough health. Here we start. Okay, there. See, that's what I'm talking about. That move is. It could be a low, it could be high, or it could be nothing. And it could be nothing. It's almost some of the best stuff ever. And already, as I'm talking, Style on You's just one hit away from victory.
Yeah, Eddie just took over. Oh man, what a great round. It was so much, so fast that I couldn't even like verbalize. Which I'm gonna get better at the more I commentate for these matches. Tekken is just, whoo, it's wonderful, amazing, but chaotic.
Chaotic. I hold my breath, man, sometimes. It's just tough. But no, that was a really, really scary part. And yeah, I
what
kind
a
of
comeback.
I'm sorry, 5-4. I kind of spoke the comeback into existence because we saw it before and it happened again. History repeats itself. We've seen that movie before. That was really crazy stuff here. And Styling on You, I think there's a lot of factors going into the dominance that Style on You is presenting. Of course, it's the mastery of Eddie Gordo, but at the same time, too, it's a matchup a lot of people don't find fun to lab, and one that if you don't lab it, it spells doom for you. And on top of that, it's just that if you don't know the matchup and Styling on You knows you don't know the matchup, Styling on You can now employ so many shenanigans that you just have to eat at face value, and that's overwhelming. And when that happens, it's so tough. So great display there. And I saw 5-4 do a lot of options he tried to do. Down back 4 counter hit or down forward 2 on approaches. Styling on You only bit that bait like once or twice. That's it. So very good stuff.
Yes, absolutely great stuff. Just love to see the, as you were saying earlier, high-level Victor gameplay is, you know, amazing. And then you put him up against a character like Eddie Gordo, who can be just seemingly all over the place and can come at you from any angle. It really is difficult to figure out what you're going to do and how you're going to fight against it. I know at least because, like I said, I also play Eddie sometimes. Like, my friends, in lieu of labbing them, I suppose, would just fight me all the time and would slowly start to figure out, like, what moments you can break in. But once again, if you don't study the matchup, it really is a knowledge check for you, and it's difficult to know. But right now we have Jack and Huarong, Node and Quime. Let's go.
Yes, Node and Queen, they're 4-4-1 again. Buck frames, got a pressure. This is the thing. You make sure Howrong doesn't get started. He gets started, now you have to look at it. He got started, right? Like in those like moments where he's like doing these ambiguous high-low strings, you just don't want to have to deal with that. So Node's got to keep this pressure going. Tried to get the stomp, but good wake up to prevent that. And we're slowly here approaching this wall right now. Oh, great stuff here. Again, more pressure here. Queemy gets a great grab, and this grab is going to actually put Node in the corner, which is amazing. And a wall splat through from the Heat Engager into a Rage Art. Woo!
Oh, we have the... Yeah, we have the trifecta there. It is... Love it when, like, the throws or the moves or whatever just change positions. Force you into the wall. Great to use.
Can I just say as well, we were gushing about the bike and all. I'm so bad, man. I can't believe I'm brain farting. That's a Final Fantasy character from FF7. What's his name?
Oh,
If someone help me,
Reno.
Yeah, there you go.
It's
yeah.
Reno.
Thank you. I was like, why am I forgetting? I play Cloud and Smash forever. But yeah, good ults here. Anyways, dice throw here. It's the wake up op. Yep, telling you. The wake up is tough. It's like, is it the mid or is it the low? It's a coin flip. You have to guess correctly, and I'm not that great at that. So, you know, it's tough here. More plus frames, and plus frames go directly into grabs, because when you're blocking something that has a ton of plus frames, you're holding back. And what beats holding back? Grabbing something. So Jack just kind of does these in combination, in sequence, and that just is hard for him to deal with. So even though Kuime's got great aggression and like rush down offense, if you can stop it and do things like this, then Jack can kind of feel unstoppable.
Absolutely. We saw it right there with Node taking that second 2-1 right now. Let's see how Kuime answers with Hwoarang, which so far it seems like he was not letting him get started, though was a great duck from the high, so completely reset them back to neutral. Got that speed engager. Oh man. And another launcher working him all the way back up to the wall. Oh, is he gonna hit the ball? Oh!
That's what I'm talking about. You get started there, and Jack puts you in plus frames and makes you scared of the grab or whatever follow-up. Hwoarang puts you in strings, and you're like, where does the string stop and start? If you know the answer, then you guess right, you get rewarded, right? But you're playing a silly game. If you play silly games, you win stupid prizes. So it's kind of tough, man. You gotta know what's going on here. So Kuime putting that early aggression here. That's where the power crush comes in to sort of alleviate that stuff. And nice, and a knockdown too. That's gonna be tons of damage here. And I see Kuime's backing up. Kuime's a little bit scared. Oh, and that fear, I'm not saying Kuime's playing scared, but in that moment, you know, in reluctance to put yourself at risk, try to save that life. That's, it's like a shark in blood. Smelled that. It's like, I smelled that. You're back at, are you KBDing? Oh, okay. I can now do stuff. That worked in Tekken 7, but that won't work here.
No, way more aggressive with that factor, which they said they wanted that factor to be raised for this game. Panic is definitely not going to work for you. Not necessarily say he was panicking. I don't think so, but you know.
Yeah.
Moving on what you said.
Exactly. Speed kicks was going on and saying, why are you backdashing around stuff? Don't do that. I mean, of course you should do that sometimes, but it's that anticipation. Nice.
Yeah, got the throw. Already go ahead and... Oh, yeah. Jack
doing Jack things.
Jack doing Jack things.
Yeah.
Those strong kicks and punches.
There it is, plus frames on plus frames, right? You have to respect that, right? So now we're getting going here from Kuime. Kuime putting the pressure, but the backdash there, I'm okay, I'm not in the tournament, but I'm thinking, why would you let that pressure go? That's your ticket to win. You need to like keep putting your foot on the gas pedal to prevent Jack from doing this stuff. Oh man, right off the back, Bane, Dark Knight Rises right there. How's your back hurt right there? Oh my goodness. And two rounds up here now, it's a lot of mental anxiety and pressure here on Kuime to try to make this comeback, right? It seems like for Node, it's a molehill. For Kuime, it's a mountain, right? Gotta do some stuff here. Guaranteed hit as well, gonna be on the wall here. Guaranteed splat, heat engager as well, more guaranteed follow-up damage. And, okay, good stuff there. But nonetheless, the 10, why is that frame 10, by the way? Is that still frame 10? I haven't played in a while, but I'm pretty sure that heat smash is a 10-frame heat smash, which, keep in mind, a jab is frame 10. That's not fair. But yeah, good stuff there. And Node, I'm not saying I'm doubt Node, but it's impressive to see how Node uses Jack's strengths in the wake of dealing with characters that fundamentally excel at rush down, mix up heavy gameplay, which I would originally think that Jack would not be great at dealing with. Yes, Jack has the move where he, you know, does like a electricity to kind of shield him. He has the howl stance. He has good power crushes, but I always felt that if you could stay in Jack's face, Jack would have to respect that. But the thing is, Node does a phenomenal job of making the first move. you know, like, and just making it so that you don't get to play. So this is pretty tough right now.
Well, looks like we are going to be taking a 6-minute break here soon. So
yeah, 6 minute break. We might want to make some audio adjustments too. So as I said at the beginning of the stream, let us know if you see any issues or hear any issues, and you've done that. So we're gonna make an adjustment. So let's give us some 6 minutes to catch our breath. Almost forgot what I was gonna say there.
To breathe for once, for the first time tonight.
To breathe, yeah, I know. But in that match, both those players struggled to breathe there, all up in their face. But for us, whew, we're struggling to breathe because we're not doing our deep breath exercises. So give us 6 minutes. Stay where you are. Don't go anywhere unless you're grabbing water or a snack. Come right on back. 6 minutes. We'll be right back here. Thanks for tuning in. We'll be right back, guys. I hope you.
And
Oh, go ahead. Sorry.
that's okay. We are back with no frames given. I hope you guys enjoyed your break because, we certainly needed a moment to catch our breaths. So,
Yeah, I was gonna say. I hope you spent your 6 minutes wisely. Like what did you
mm.
do in your 6 minutes? Did you scroll Twitter? Did you make a sandwich? What did you do? I don't know. Tell us in the chat. What did you do in your 6 minutes of waiting?
Yeah.
And if it was chilling here in the actually, what you should have done in your 6 minutes was go to our socials and give us a follow and check us out. That would have been sick. But don't worry.
Well, there's still plenty more opportunities to do that.
Yeah.
Hey.
Exactly. Yay. But yeah, waited for favorite casters. We'll find someone else. Don't worry. We'll get.
Yeah. Well, if you let us know who your favorite casters are, we'll
grab them. Yeah, we'll grab them. No. But yeah, wow, we're going right back into this. Waiting to spectate, getting into the match right now. This would be 5-4 versus Node. Did 5-4 fight Node at all today? I don't think so. No, not at all. We could say Node. He did not fight Node. No, never mind.
Well, thank you, Earth Thunder.
Earth Thunder. Well, and Toma. Toma right now is casting his abilities to ensure that everything is running as best as it can. I'd say it's doing a good job, minus the start, but everything else is going well. Let's hope it goes well for either of these players, though. That's what they want here. We're getting into the part where we're in the hangar right now too, so it's kind of claustrophobic here, a little bit of a tight space. And I think what we're probably going to see here from 5-4 is once he's in, but if he's not in neutral, he's going to back out. Now look at this slide here. He's going to do the kick, here comes the flames. Oh no, never mind. What's right? Connect either, which is weird, but power crush, going to take it. All good.
It all seemed to work out for sure since he took that first round. And Node is responding by being more aggressive, already working him towards that wall, getting that throw in. Another throw break from 5-4.
Yeah. Breaking the throws. That's actually here. We weren't seeing that there in the female match. We're seeing it here, and it's gonna probably pay off very well for 5-4. But it doesn't matter what. See, look, he's actually blocking that stuff. But it's looking really tough right now though, because it doesn't matter if you're breaking those throws. If you're still in the corner, you're still in the corner.
Yeah, once again, if Jack gets you in the corner like that, real difficult to get back out.
Thank you, the block. That's good. I actually was unaware of that. That's one thing, I don't have that knowledge on that, so bless your soul. That's crazy. That must be a tight link. If you could tell me like how tight that is and how hard that is, let me know, because that looks really hard. We're going to carry to the wall here. Got the wall splat here. We're going to do the forward, down two, and again. Yep. We're going to see another down two again. Oh! Acted fast, but there's the power crush as well. Heat dash, up 1+2. Bless.
Yes. RG 2-1. Got that immediate launch. Once again, it feels deceptively slow to watch him work him towards the wall like that. And
yeah, go ahead.
No, that's what I mean. Like, watching Jack is crazy in that way.
Oh, with the temper, we're gonna whiff. Yeah, no, Jack's scary here. Nice counter hit while running two here. We're gonna see some stuff going here. Yep. Can do a simple finish here. Yep. Perfumer 1+2. Wall splat again. Hold on. Let's do a rage art. I don't know if this will do it, but it could. I think it might leave him at lethal, but not dead. Could be wrong. I don't know. Tekken surprises me. Yep. There
yeah. No, it doesn't quite kill when it's part of a combo.
Oh, nice. Good D jab. Love to see that.
It's one of my favorite moves that it makes everybody else mad.
Yeah.
I was gonna say, Mab was saying earlier that this is a rivalry, so you know, there might be some sort of.
That's probably what the just there. Coming. I think that's probably why. I also want to say I really like how 5-4 was doing QCF too, like the gunshot. Like you're like, oh, okay, if he's at that distance, right? It's not something I have to respect. And then the gunshot comes out, putting him in a stance too, and you're like, oh, okay. So he's like making sure that he's locking Jack down when he can, even at any distance. So here we are. I want some key charges. Yeah, let's see some key charges after a round. Let's see that stuff.
Yeah, this is another. Yeah, great pressure to start another one of those rounds that are a little claustrophobic, it seems, with occasional explosions. Did he get out of the wall, though? Oh, that was a great launch from Node.
Yeah, that move from high stance where he does the two sword loads, that really dangerous one, it's like minus 20 something. It's like, you can check your phone and then launch it in response here. We're at the wall again. We need to get out of here, but unfortunately right there, Jack's gonna use the frame 10 heat smash to sort of just be like, to just get him here. Nice, good low here. Another low right there too, into this launch here. And again, claustrophobic, right? We're gonna go to the wall right now. Yep.
Yeah, and I feel like Jack is one of the best heat smashes as well.
It's really good.
It's devastating, yeah.
It's very fast. It is really annoying to deal with. And this is what I was talking about in the Queen Mate game. You literally, if you're stuck in these plus frame situations, it's so hard to respond. You don't know how to get out. And a Power Crush might not be the best option in these scenarios, especially because Victor's Power Crush went from egregious to good. It's not as fast as it used to be. Nice back 3-1. Very good stuff. Perfumer 1+2. Perfumer 1+2 again. Very good move. But there again, right there, small misstep, and Node gets started. Node's gonna take him to the wall here. Let's get a heat burst going. Into the wall explosion as well to continue more pressure. It's tough, man.
Oh, for sure. Nice throw break there. Another launch. They're just trading them at this point.
Oh, I love that. That was sick, actually, to do that. Right after that as well. Block the heat smash. Nice. Oh, but
great block.
Up. Oh, this is going to be punished. Launch.
Yeah.
Nice. Good stuff there from 5-4. 5-4's got to clap back here, because, I mean, 5-4 is that, like, game loss here. But round start hop kick, my favorite. Anyone who round stop hop kicks is a fan of mine. That was dumb. Why did you get that? I mean, I played the game. That's crazy. Here, gets more pressure here right there. Oh, it doesn't do the attack. It just does the key. Where's like, no, sorry.
Take the burst. Yeah, the burst without actually doing the attack. It's fine. Pushed him against the wall. Got some great swing. He just has some of the best, just like sealing down massive attacks. Oh man, that kick. Oh geez, just jump on him with the drills. I don't think I've seen that. That looks disgustingly painful. Right into the wall. That is some serious Jack aggression right there. Didn't even let him move. Oh. Yeah. Man, maybe you're right. Maybe this is a rivalry situation, because woo, Node brought it.
Yeah, I see. Drag banned in the fine print. Is Dragunov actually banned? Because I actually, okay, I'm sorry. I'm actually like, I'm not a Dragunov defender, okay, in the terms of the meta and the gameplay, but I like casting him because he's pretty straightforward. So if we see Dragunov, I'll be like, nice, this is easy cruise. But no, we're gonna continue to see that Jack. I was saying we should go to a different stage because we should really try to take a stage that's a bit more bigger. Arena doesn't really fit that bill. It is still quite small in nature, but it's a better change of pace.
I mean, fewer explosions, but still working each other towards. Yeah, like you said, it's enclosed, kind of small. Like in this back and forth, you got some great jab battles going on.
I like that 5-4 goes to the down back 4. He went the power crush. He's just trying to do anything to just sort of like intercept that aggression. Nice up, 1+2 grab. It's gonna knock down. What's the wake up? Down forward 2 on a wake up. You're crazy. I should do that. Good stuff.
That was crazy. Adding it to my repertoire. Okay.
That's right. That's right. I have 2 monitors per reason. But no, that's pretty crazy here. And now, this is it, the plus frame situation. You're gonna block here. He tried to go for a D-jab. It's not gonna work out, right? It's tough situations. Wakes up right into that. And then that, animations. That looked like it could have been the mid, but it was straight up a low, right? It's a lot of pressure. This gray health is barely anything. It's scraps, right? And so Node is gonna continue to keep going here. Nice. Okay. For perfumer-related things, tried to go for an eye down too, but too slow. Node is gonna keep this pressure going.
Yeah. Absolutely no stopping once it gets going, though right now we're sort of back to neutral. Both sides trying to get in with a life lead, though, on Node's side. Oh, it's a great throw. Well, he's not quite against the wall since he had a nice little roll there. Out of the way. Lock in the rage. And shooting right in the face. Oh, yeah, that will do it. And that will make it 2 rounds for Node, 1 for 5-4. I believe we have first to 3, though, so there's still a chance for 5-4 to come back.
Absolutely. No, it's not over until it's over, right?
Oh,
I feel like that
absolutely.
Rage Art 2, if I had to think about it, that might have been a misinput. Could have been a down 1+2 where he like shoots that grenade onto the ground, or it was just a hard call out that didn't pay off. It was definitely let's go gambling. Oh dang it, that was that moment.
We've all gambled with a Rage Art. That is also so Tekken 8.
No, for sure. Oh, nice. And the walls are explosive here. The arena underground. When the main stage is over, that's where the real fight starts, right? We got these explosive walls. We're gonna go back to back? No. I don't even know if you can. I just can't remember. You can't go like wall interaction. Anywho, nice. Good stuff. Oh, good.
I was gonna say, I believe you can, but oh man, I love Victor's throws, man. The throw game is great.
So cool.
Taking that first round, absolutely.
Hold on. You can't say that though when the game launched. His throws were actually bugged at the time. They're good now.
Oh yeah.
They were bugged. So saying that gotta make people upset. But here we go. Nice. Again, Perfumer 1+2. It's a scary plus mid. It's tough. And the counter hit while running. We're gonna do this, and then we're gonna kick, and then here comes. Oh, this again. And flames. Oh wow, perfect stuff. So 5-4 really is responding back here. This game is going very well for 5-4 right now. The low to respond to the power crush as well, to put a stop to it. That's something that just came about. So we'll see if 5-4 can find the opening here. That's what he needs to do.
It's okay. I don't mind causing some issues talking about the throws. I do remember when they were impossible to break, though. That was always fun times. Oh, I love this neutral, though. The back and forth, the breaking of throws. And is this the end? Is this the end? Looks like it, at least towards the wall. Oh.
Yeah, Node is doing okay. Explosion. Node was doing a really good job of blocking the eye stance related stuff. One of the things I like to note is at least most of the time, if Victor hits you with the hilt of his sword, it's usually minus, right? But when he was going for that, I think Node's defense was really strong. But then, of course, up 1+2 in heat is a monster. They nerfed it for good reason. They kept its power, they kept its speed, they kept its crush properties. But now if you use it in heat, you lose all your heat bars. So it's kind of like you save it for the end sort of thing. And that's what we saw there, and that's how we're going to be able to see now a final game here for, what is it, in losers finals, right? It's 2-2, I believe.
Yes, it is 2-2.
Where are we going? Yakushima? Celebration on the CN. That'd be cool. Although that'd be really scary because it's very...
Yeah, because that would be another small... We have had, like, everything...
Dragunov!
Ooh, Dragunov.
It's
happening. And we did get a very large arena now.
Yeah. So that's going to be really interesting because now it's a big pace change. Dragunov, oh my goodness, good counter hit. Standing counter hit. Combo's really good. Without a wall, Victor's damage output's still amazing because he can do that. He can do a very long combo. And I think, honestly, 5-4's pretty happy to see Dragunov because it's just, he's just a good character, Dragunov, but he's not BS for sure, but not Mickey. So he just sort of knows what he's got to do. Nice. Oh my god. It's oh my goodness.
Yeah, that was definitely... 5-4 definitely took that first round. Let's see how Node responds. Loving the using that Z-axis, moving around in order to get there in.
Exactly. I like the KBDing too. He's trying to get a whiff punish here onto 5-4, but not biting. There it is. Sneak 4. Everyone's favorite move. We all love Sneak 4. Sneak 4 fan club. And then here the Lawson. There it is. That's nice. That's the down back 4 counter hit. That's a really good way to deal with the pressure here from Dragunov. I'm going to do a lot of damage here. It's going to hit this and then get, yep. Oh wow, I'm stealing that too. That's amazing stuff. Huge damage here. Gets a heat dash from the power crush. Up 1+2, finishes it off. The Dragunov switch, I liked the idea behind it, but I think 5-4 was actually happy to see it because he's just showing good, strong dominance and comfort in the matchup right now.
You know, of the two, I think Jack has a lot of sort of weirder gimmicks than Dragunov does. Dragunov has a lot of strengths, which we could see here, because once he gets going also, it's difficult. That was a great throw break there from 5-4.
Yeah, that's not a 50-50 throw break, too. That's literally like 33-33-33. It's like a tough Nice, good heat dash. We're going to get another explosion on that for massive damage. While running 2 is going to connect. Then the gun. See, the gun, you just never expect the gun. The gun just kind of comes out of nowhere. It's very good.
Yeah. Oh, it's so close. And, man, the battle of, like, kicking low. Battle of kicking low, but, you know, Node managed to get on the board there. See how to gonna respond to each other. The lovely sort of back and forth swinging. Got that heat engage. Oh,
I love this stuff. He's putting out a lot of long-range plus-range attacks. Just prevent any kind of approach, too. Did the down 2, which is 0 on block here. Oh, there it is. Yeah, down
there
back +2. And the key charge, we got it. Who asked for the key charge? It happened. It happened. You got your wish granted.
Yes, wish granted. That's how it is. That was some great play right there.
Yeah.
We've seen Node just absolutely dominate with that Jack against so many great players that it was really it was a great matchup with 5-4, who, you know, we've talked about aggressive players versus Jack a few times here in the past, and I feel like that was the one that sort of you really saw how that can be detrimental to a Jack.
No, for sure. And I think the thing with Jack, too, is he's one of those characters that's like, his game plan is face up. And you know what's coming, and you know how it's going to happen, but it's a hard thing to deal with, right? I don't want to call it a gimmick. It's not a gimmick. It's just like, it's sort of his thing. But then you switch to Dragunov, who's just a master of everything. But I find that it's so well-rounded that you're not surprised by anything. He's just broken at everything. So there's no like mental stress of like, is Jack going to do this silly thing that I have to respond with in this exact way? Dragunov is just like, he's good at everything. I just need to outplay him. And I think 5-4, yeah, like as Pacifist said, some good, like, some good food, right? Because we know Node is a phenomenal player. So good. Excellent stuff.
Absolutely. Everybody's been playing so well.
Yes, but it's just the change. And I think that change, like, especially if you have a meta character who's so straightforward and simplistic like Dragunov, you're probably going to do it. I come from a Smash background, so I will say this quickly, very fast, not too long, Smash Ultimate. But if I saw like a Palutena or like a Wolf, who are they're very straightforward, I'd be like, oh, sweet. But if I saw like something gimmicky, like Mr. Minecraft, I'd be like, oh, God. So like it's kind of that, right? So I feel like that Dragunov switch, while with good intention, of course, Dragunov, great in the hands of a good player, it's probably something 5-4 was kind of probably hoping to see, and I was like, okay, sick. I know what I can do now.
Yes, and I also will believe that, considering the number of Dragunovs, just for example, that entered Evo versus other characters, many of us are more used to fighting Dragunov. You know, you fight him a lot more when you do the ranked grind or, you know, any other time. Or, you know, he's represented a lot in tournaments and things. You just fight Jack a little less. So sometimes, you know, the matchup knowledge just being greater can make a difference too.
It is, yeah. A lot of people like to fall back on Dragunov because why play a character that, you know, has a pro and a cons list when you can have a character that's not mastery of everything, but just a bunch of pros? Like, there's no holes. Like, if you can... that's why I think the matchup spread with Dragunov is like pretty much even or in favor because he's got everything. But the weakness is that no one's surprised at whatever you're doing. Everyone knows what you're trying to do, Of course, it's Tekken, so playstyles change all the time, but
Of
everyone
course.
knows what you're trying to do, and most people are labbed for that because I'm just gonna be honest, if you're not like grinding ranked or playing in a bracket, I think fighting Dragonov is actually like practicing. It's kind of enjoyable. Like you kind of become a better Tekken player fighting him. If you fight
Mhm.
like something like Alyssa, you're just like, oh man, my head hurts. Where's the Tylenol? Right? Because it's just sort of like that. But I could probably argue the same for Eddie, right? It's a lot of things that you have to keep in mind, memorize, know in the back
Mhm.
of your head. I see this animation. This is my response. I see this thing. This is my response. You play Dragonov enough, you're just gonna have that ingrained naturally in your mind. So that's my little like spiel on Dragonov, um, and why I use Dragonov against players who are new to the game to help them get good, because
Mhm.
it's it's straightforward. You know what's going on, and it's a good way to coach. So very cool. But we're not going to see Dragonov anymore. We're just going to see more of Victor and Eddie. Now, styling on you, truly styled on 5-4 earlier, and 5-4 again is climbing Mount Everest because he's a loser side. So he's got to win 6 individual games to take this, while styling on you only needs to take 3. So we'll see though, because 5-4 has what I like to call loser's bracket momentum. 5-4's been playing, so he's kind of in the hot seat. So we'll see how this goes.
Yeah, sometimes that break can, you know, the long wait can be a mental, a bit of a mental battle in itself. And we can see 5-4 is, woo, on fire with that round. No pun intended with the stage.
Oh,
Oh, low parry.
Oh, Perry, that was such a good call out. Like, we were
Yes.
talking earlier that Eddie's animations can be a bit ambiguous. He's just new. He's just ready for it. Throw here coming in from styling on you, though, as 5-4 is trying to push to the corner. That's the problem with the power crush. It is a high, so it can be ducked, but heat dash combo. And here's the flames. You got to deal with it. What's the mix? There's the low. Oh, man. Tough stuff.
Oh yeah, no, great throw break there from Stylen, trying to create that distance between himself and 5-4. Entering, man, yeah, no, but there was no coming back with the lively 5-4 managed to take that. We're currently 2-0. Let's see how they do now that the floor is literally lava. What a great start.
What a good counter hit.
Yes.
16 frames. If you swing into it by accident, Victor goes a long way. And then nice, he's gonna get that as well. Oh, but unfortunately, that's gonna be stepped though. Gets a bit of an install. Good throw break though, because you don't want to hit the ground too much. If you hit the ground, right, you're gonna get a. Oh, here we go. You can do it though with 1+2. That's it, by the way. Oh, he doesn't even need it.
No, absolutely.
Yeah, that's such a powerful thing to have for Victor, by the way. Just on as a side note, as people who might play, your 1+2 throw slams into the ground. Do you know how good that is on Descent into Subconscious? Do you know how good that is into the Stratosphere final rounds? It's so good. He just has that, and you know that that's like a great option that you can fall back on to interact with stages and take that to your advantage and continue your long combos. So,
Yeah.
that's something scary you have to watch out for against Victor too.
Yeah, for sure. And, you know, we were talking right up front when we started this about the randomization of stages. And I think that's why it is absolutely great that they randomize that, because some characters really do benefit in some ways from certain stages. I mean, this one, we really don't have walls. I mean, they are there, but it's so far away, it at least takes longer to get there. So we'll see how that affects things. All
Yeah,
right.
some people damage output comes from being at the wall, and some prefer not to have one so they can take carry to it. So we'll see how that goes. Anyways, nice. Good low here. Another counter hit low as well with a follow-up as well. And now we're in heat, rage right now, so the damage has been increased, but 5-4 still has to play cautiously here and try to find it. There's the one.
Yeah, no, the early lead was taken by Stylen. So far, 5-4's not let him in. Great throw break there. Oh, but that side, the forward moving feet to the face is basically like 4. So good, so good. And already got that high power crush moving. Oh, heat dash. Oh, I love how the way they're moving around each other. 5-4 currently has the juggle.
It's crazy. Good launch. Then another low parry as well here.
Yes.
We might actually get to the wall here. I'm not gonna lie. Oh, but I don't know if he dropped it on purpose or if he just wanted an Oki setup. But yeah, nice teleport. That's so dirty. I'm not gonna lie. Down back 4 into down back 1+2 is actually gross. I like it's a double low situation that most people aren't ready for, and it's really good here. Oh, that could have been the grab, but not gonna fight. It's a power crush, but not gonna swing. It looks like 5-4 is in the zone. He's locked in. I'm not gonna lie.
Yeah, and he's showing great patience in some of these moments, really waiting until, he has a great chance to take the control back and keep it. And I think that's what's really helping keep him winning right now. But let's see how Stylen responds.
I'm a fan. He went for round start hop kick, but Stylen on you. Gonna respond well. Gonna be able to do a heat burst as well to be in control after the combo, heat dash for the +5, but then creating some distance. And one thing about Eddie too, he's got a really good back dash.
Yes.
Which is good for whip punishing. Victor has a lot of reach, so if you can backdash away from stuff, that's good. Nice step here on the heat burst, but not gonna get a huge punish out of it. Heat dash, see how it goes. He's gonna get intercepted here.
Is it gonna hit? Nope. Blocked, and what a great punish. Right. That move just kicks right into the face. It's beautiful.
Yeah, it's that ambiguous move. It's got a lot of options out of it, so you gotta respect it. Nice double low here.
Currently 2-2, yeah. I gotta love those bold mix-ups.
This one will connect.
It will, yep.
But 5-4 is still not in the lead here, even after this. He just has a bit of a pause here. He's still got to work really hard. While running 2, possibly? Oh, never mind. Perfumer 1+2. The Perfumer low got punished. Oh, Expulsion, what the heck? That was so well timed. Oh, nice. There it is. Good stuff from Stylen. He's going to make this a 1-1 scenario.
Absolutely. Of some great responses to how 5-4 was playing right there with Eddie Gordo.
Yeah, what is it? Morg, I was actually going to comment on that. I was going to say that there's still heat to do, but we did see also that Stylen on you is aware that if he can anticipate the heat burst, you can just sidewalk it, and then you can punish it, right? So it's tough to do. Celebration on the CN, woohoo!
Woohoo!
So yep, smallish stage here. So a lot of Victor's combos, you got to be a little bit creative with them because you got to stop them at certain points. You don't accidentally do them too long. So we'll see how this goes here.
Yeah, loving like I said, I will keep commenting on the way they move back and forth so they get their in. Great patience with 5-4. But yeah, no, all those lows to mids right there.
It's just too much, man.
It is. It's a work of art, just watching him dance around like that and chip away at his health.
Yeah, no, for sure. And Stylen on you, maybe just needed a bit of a warm-up, heat up the engine. Because now I think Stylen on you is really strong. Good, by the way. 1+2. That was a really good standing counter hit attack. We're going to take it to the wall here. Here's the kick. Yeah, and then here's the flames. Respect the flames. And there he does the mid. See, because every time he's done this, he's done that double blade low. But now he's going to do the mid too. So it's again, you just have to guess when that happens. Heat burst, that is going to connect here, but here comes a rage art. Not swinging. Oh, it launched, and that should do it. Yep, even at an off axis, that's going to do it for Stylen on you. That's such a strong round from 5-4, but couldn't close it.
Yeah, sometimes it winds up working out that way. Oh, that once again, that high power heat engager. Keeping the combo going with the dash all the way up to the wall. Oh, but whiffs the throw, allowing 5-4 to combo him up to the wall. Oh, so close health-wise. It just feels like just one more little interaction. Oh, I thought he was gonna duck under the leg, but it didn't quite work out. And
Yeah,
that
tough
round goes
stuff.
to Stylen. Yeah.
Sorry, interrupting.
Yeah.
Let's go. I'm too crispy, bro. He's like, my paw was pretty good, but I gotta play some MVC. Hold up. I'm sorry. I know. I shouldn't comment on those when they pop up, but that's mad funny. That's really really funny. Woo! Everyone get the collection, okay? Because genuinely, if Disney and Marvel and Capcom see interest, we're gonna maybe get a fourth one. I know MVCI was number 4, but whatever, an actual fourth one. So we'll see.
Yes.
All right, small stage again. I I'm just gonna be really honest. I might need chat's help here. I don't think that score is right. Is it 2-1?
No.
It's 2-1 for Style, right?
I believe it's 1-2. Yeah.
Yeah. So that's going to do it here. Nice. Good stuff. And that's the thing. Now that we know the score now, too, this is huge for 5-4. Like, you've got to make something happen. Good power crush to stop the pressure, but the step, man. The step, it's too good. Victor is a lot like Noctis. He's got a lot of like, linear attacks. Those good stuff. Right down forward 2 right there. This is why he's been throwing it out all game. Nice. Got a good rebound. Very good. He's going to do a lot of damage there with the heat smash as well, even if it doesn't connect. But a heat smash from Eddie is also going to do it.
Yeah. Oh, I love that. It's so tense when they're sitting there, like, just dancing around each other. So far, though, yes.
Capoeira is indeed a dance, as well as a fighting stuff. But yeah, but it's true because Victor, while running 2, is such a good engager. It's kind of like Rain the Sentai. So you want to keep the distance and anticipate and stepping. Because if Victor does land it, he gets a lot of stuff on him. It doesn't really matter here because Talon Yu's just going to put more aggression here. One more good neutral interaction is going to take it. And there's that cheeky low. It wasn't like a spinning low there. It just, again, it's hard to read these animations of Eddie to know what's going to come of it, right? So
yeah, where's his limbs going to be next? Because you feel like he can be a bit all over the place for sure. Oh, but 5-4 has him against the wall. If you can keep him there and keep the aggression up.
Such a strange. I'm commend 5-4 here because such off-axis stuff. Nice stuff. Good down 3 as well, just to clean it out. Oh my goodness, he's last round on the set. He does a round start hop kick. That's actually amazing. I'm sorry, that's so funny.
Oh. I'm sorry, just working across the ring, they're just...
I'm letting the gameplay speak for itself. I'm giving Liberal a chance, but it's just like, it's hard. Our words are being taken. Oh no, he didn't finish that combo. Oh, he ducked the throw too, and this throw might take it. Oh, and one interaction, just one thing. He got a counter hit while running 2. Can we? Yeah, this is it. I think he kills him here.
Oh, but Richard missed.
Oh, nice! Oh my god.
Oh, knee to the head. That was like a roller coaster and a half. You couldn't even tell who.
That was actually nailed. What the hell did I just watch? I thought the Rage Art would connect and it didn't. So much off-axis gameplay going on here, and it's showing you that Stylen is stepping along. You know? Oh, nice. Good stuff here. Have more plus frames here. Just gotta stay blocking, hold that back, but holding back, it keeps you in a losing position here. Oh, you can see it too. He's guessing. He's ducking. He's standing. He's ducking. He's like, what's it gonna be? And Stylen on you is like, he's making him play that guessing game, and unfortunately 5-4 couldn't handle more of that Eddie pressure. This was a good display of 5-4 skill, but an even better display of Stylen on U's. Good stuff. We didn't see Stylen on you in the last no frames given, the prequel no frames given, but we're seeing it here. We saw some Eddie mastery. And I think it's going to make a lot of people today, if they take Tekken seriously, as they do, probably going to be like, I think I have to lab the matchup, man. You know, like, you do know quite a bit about it. You got to make me more comfortable with it, even at your skill level, just because Eddie's sort of, 1, an anomaly, but 2, he's like very hard to deal with if you don't know what's going on compared to others. So, with that said, I want to give a special congratulations and shout-outs to Stylen on You for winning No Frames Given 1.0, the first one, the inaugural one. So shout-outs to that. But Librilla, I think you should give shout-outs to 5-4 too.
Absolutely. Always a joy to watch 5-4 and the way uses Victor, the aggression. You know, I jokingly call Victor Ceiling Cat because one second he's in front of you, the next second he's like descending from the ceiling at you.
Yep.
And it's just one of those characters that's fun to watch, and 5-4 makes him fun to watch with how
Oh
he
yeah,
plays
no.
them. So
It's very inventive with the use of the tools, especially when Victor got changed, in my opinion, for the better and got more options, but they toned down his egregious stuff. I think 5-4 really is the one that kind of opened my eyes on how to do some stuff. That's why there's an MTS in the front, you know, like Mid-Tier Summit doesn't just pick up any old player, you know, they gotta have something to show for it. And 5-4 really did, so shout outs there. But again, styling on you, very, very good stuff. Honestly, the next time you're on stream, I've been so busy with my other job, I haven't played enough Tekken 8 to really get down to the nitty gritty of the Eddie frame data and the moves and stuff. But you inspire me. I need to pick it up more, and I think it's really cool that you play Eddie to the degree you do. So, everyone in chat, the real winner. I mean, Style, you did win the tournament. The real winners is everyone in chat who joined us and you know, took part in enjoying the event themselves that Mid-Tier Summit was able to host. Once again, we appreciate all of that. Stay tuned to our socials where we'll update you on future events. Check out the Discord if you want to get some games in. But unless production says anything otherwise, I was Pride, and I had a really good time. But I wasn't alone. I was joined by none other than...
yes, I, Lobrilla, absolutely had a great time watching some amazing Tekken 8 gameplay today. It's always wonderful to me to see an Eddie Gordo just absolutely kick everybody around the ring, and I can't wait for the next one. If you're thinking about signing up, you should. These tournaments are a lot of fun. We would love to see you play for us too. And
you get to be casted by us, regardless of your gameplay. I don't care. We're gonna talk about you. That's cool.
yeah.
Opportunity.
Yeah, I would love to talk about you.
So
and on that note, no.
Yeah, and it was good. And last thing I do want to say really quickly, I will say I think we were really lucky that the grand finals was literally our mains. I think that really helped out.
Yes.
I think that just genuinely allowed us to help guide the chat and follow through with everything. So, like I said, I was Pride.
And I'm Lobrilla.
So, yeah, I think that's it. We'll have you there. Thanks so much, guys, for tuning in.
Yeah, take care. Have a great night.